and you're just gonna yep, continue. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, the for Walmart Spark, I filled all my information out, and they said I'm accepted. I've got did background check, everything's good, but I can't get no response from them. I can't get onto their website; it's down. I call customer service, I can't get anyone.
You know what? That's the exact same thing. That's the exact same thing that happened to me. But I figured out that because you try to go on the little app and you see that you've done everything and you're like, okay, what do I do? I just said, you know what? I'm not gonna contact them because it says that I've done everything. So I'm just gonna wait. And then like 7 weeks, boom, there it was. It's just the waiting process because you've done everything. You've done the insurance and you've done all that stuff.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
showed
yeah.
your DMV and everything.
Yeah. So now you're just on that waiting list, and then they're gonna give you an email. I mean, not an email. They're gonna tell you that be on watch because your loads are gonna start dropping on Monday. Once you get that notification where it says you're on call, you'll be notified on Mondays. Then you're all the way in, and you don't have to be notified on Mondays. That's when you can actually hit the button to start. That's them telling you that
Okay.
you're on and active. Yes. Now today is not the panel that I'm putting together, but I
Yeah.
wanted a panel today simply because everyone knows I do the gig news. And when things happen, I report on. So if there's a gig conference, that's all the way gig news, correct? That's all the way gig news there. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna see and talk about what did the gig conference accomplish as a whole. We're gonna get into that. Now there was a lady the other day that was contemplating doing some serious dirty apping in one of my videos. She was trying to figure out the time frame from having the Amazon and then doing Spark at the same time to try to get greedy with it. And she was asking the question. So we're going to talk about the dirty apping and how it's corrupted the driving today. Okay, we're going to talk about the gig conference. If Alaska Gig and Guns is on, he tried to get on yesterday with Roy, but I had to get on my interview and try to get it with Kelly Caldwell yesterday. But that did not happen, but I had to get off. And he wanted to get on to speak to me. He hopped in on the live and wrote some things. So we're only an hour difference in time, Alaska and California. It's 1:11 right now. It's 2:11 in my time. So Alaska Gig and Guns, the link is there. You said you want to get on. I did see a little bit. I did see a little bit of the clip of what you said from Roy. I'm gonna play that clip today also, and it's gonna show people what this thing is really all about. I know a lot of people said, "Man, that dude put a video out and did all this other stuff, and then whoop whoop whoop, and he's over there hanging with the rideshare crew and all that, and what's gonna happen?" So people, this is Hot Facts, and like I do with everyone, I give everyone the equal opportunity to come on here and we talk. That's what we do. This is a channel where you can talk, you can discuss, and you can hear opinions, and we can learn from the disagreements, and then we can learn from the agreements. And the overall thing is to make a better all, not someone in just whatever this is gig economy. It's to help someone because you can take this into whatever you're doing and see, well, if that dude can do it and that dude can do it, and it seemed like it was oil and water right there. If they can come together and do something, then maybe we can too. So this will be a thing for a lot of men to watch also because men have egos. It's a thing for a lot of men to watch. So I'm extending the link there for him. I know I have spies that come and watch my channel. So if you spies are watching, this would be some good information to go send over there to get him over here faster. Okay, I did send him a message on one of his videos he put up earlier. So we'll see how that's going to do. And then also, I'm going to bring everybody else into my world because I do other content here also. So we have a clip that I'm going to show. It's a body cam of a police officer speeding, and he was drunk. So we're gonna watch that, and then we're gonna see if the policing changes when it's one of their own over just the standard civilian driving and then doing their thing. So we're gonna go over that, and I'm doing this today also while DoorDash Revolution will be on here. Roy, if you're there, please click on the link. I'm doing this today because I want to give a shout out to Real Talk with Roy. I did not ask him to do his live yesterday. When I was doing my deliveries and then got back, I saw that he was actually doing a live. And when I clicked on it, I saw that the title was like, what's the real deal? Or, why is everybody hating on Rob or whatever it was with Robert Reed? So I was like, wow. So I clicked on it, and I did not tell Roy to do any of that. He did that by himself. And Roy, hey, I thank you for having my back like that, man, because you are probably one of the only people that actually, and he broke it down, people, and broke it down from the actuals. And Roy, I thank you for that, Roy. So if you are watching, Roy, click it. But I'm doing this other part of what I do as far as my content so people can see the gig world. All you guys see is just my content when it comes to me doing my deliveries, and there's nothing wrong with the content. It can actually help a lot of you guys. You guys just have an issue with me being successful at taking the orders. But I'm bringing you guys something also what I do. That's why I'm going to show the video of the police officer, and we're going to have an open dialogue about this. And this is what I do on a regular about different issues that go on other channels. And Roy jumps in and does all these other things. And for a lot of you guys who do not know, you guys do know about that kid that beat up and choked out the police officer at the turnpike in New York. Okay, people, I have the ability to speak to that person. I have a clip of that also. I have the ability to speak to that kid on one of the shows that I appear on Chaotic Truth. Okay, a lot of the news companies, the big news, they were not able to speak to him, but I was actually able to speak to him. So I'm just telling you guys that I do more than just the gig world. You guys are like, what? You got him? Yeah, I got him. I was able to be put in position to ask him some questions, ones that he was able to answer, but because the investigation is still going on, he cannot answer a lot of things. But I was one of several people who were able to actually get up there and do that, because there's more than just life than just gig work. Okay, there's more than life than just gig work. So that's why we're gonna show this. We're gonna show that video a little bit later. But as of right now, people, I'm going to start off with, let me go right here to these banners. We are going to start off. Okay, you know what? Gig work is live. Listen to Arturo does it all. Yeah, okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to talk about this gig conference right now, okay? And we got Ghost in the house, and I'm going to let Ghost introduce himself in just a little bit. Okay, so here is my thing. We got the 2022 Gig Conference. Now, there are some things that we got to break down. So we all do know that there's a gig conference. So for the people that are watching me and you guys do not know that I do deliveries, there is a world out there called the gig world. It's full of delivery drivers who go and we deliver things to the people's homes because that's what they want. They don't want to go to the stores anymore. So it's a convenience now. We are in the delivery, the courier business, and the independent courier business is what I would say. So we go and deliver things to people's homes. And there's a lot of things going on because of gas and money and repairs, and there's a lot going on with the whole gig economy on people not knowing how to operate it. So there's a guy by the name of Pedro DoorDash Santiago. He is probably the most watched. He's the most, I would say, live. Going live, he is the most watched as far as in the gig economy. The most watched as of actively would still be Bentley Coupe. And I don't know if Dustin is driving, is still doing his thing, but I do see him in chats every now and then. Those would be the ones who have the most, the most views. And you have Paid to Drive and Your Driver Mike and so on. But as far as active live people that come in live, Pedro DoorDash Santiago would be the person that has the most actively live subscribers. So he went ahead, and after he met with the minds of there's a guy, and I'm not going to disrespect these guys' names when I'm doing this because I am relating some gig news. So there's a guy by the name of Hannibal is Hungry. Pedro Hannibal is Hungry. You had Rideshare Rodeo's Crew. You had these guys. You had the Par guy. You had Solo. You had Buckle as the sponsors. So we have these sponsors going in. So he put this thing together after the whole no tip, no trip thing was getting to go on. For a lot of you guys who don't know, no tip, no trip is a thing that they put together as a saying and like a kind of cult following for drivers to kind of adapt to. And it's if we cannot see exactly what the customer is paying, we're going to take it as they are not tipping, and we are not going to deliver the orders. We want the food to get cold to show a message to the customers, but not the customers. They want to show a message to the delivery driver platforms and apps that we absolutely have a contract with. So in a sense, it's a way that it's messing up the game. And at the same time, it can open some eyes to some people who, would not want their food cold. But at the same point, these apps have things set up within the infrastructure that allow the individual to absolutely see how much the full offers are. You just have to go ahead and achieve the rating, and you have to hit the goals that they want you to hit for you to get that. Now, we have some people saying that's not fair. We have a right to know that, but people, you have to know this right here. The dollar amount does not transition to a good customer or a bad customer. All those ratings and things, they just go into making sure that you're going to get a good customer more of the time. Just because you're a good customer, that does not mean that you are going to get the highest paid orders. That just means that you're going to get a good customer. Okay, so throughout all this time, people, I came into the gig world and I've been doing my delivery driving like this, the same philosophy, the same style for the past 7 years. I have not changed anything. I've been taking these orders the same. I've been doing it before Prop 22 was in. So I saw that the game was messed up, and I came in to let these people know that that is not the way you're supposed to be conducting business, because we are a 1099 and you are your own business. So there is no way in the world any contractor should be telling the customers that they are trying to get paid from that they're going to make their food cold. That's like an independent contractor. Let's say he's going to put your windows in your home, and somehow he just gets mad and just says, hey, you know what? I'm going to put a crack in this window, and that's just what you're going to get. Because, hey, I did this work for you. Even though you paid me all this money, you didn't give me extra. I have to come out the pocket a little bit for some of this labor. It's like something like that. You can't be a contractor and then trying to hold the person giving you the money that's going to make you live. You can't hold them hostage. So I come in and I continuously show people that my customer service, what's up, TFT, that my customer service gets me what I do. And a lot of people say, I don't have the time to sit and talk to people at doors, watch my videos. I don't sit and talk to people at doors. People, it can be as subtle as a gesture. It's the right gesture with the right person. It's the right saying I say to the right person. I am able to identify all of these things. If I'm walking to someone's door and I'm a Raiders fan, and if I see they have a Kansas City Chiefs flag at their door and they meet me at the door, I'm gonna tell the person this at the door. I almost ate your food. You're repping the wrong team. I'm a Raider fan. That'll make him laugh, say something, and whoop, 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 and there you go. Just because of that, it's still AFC. That person's going to give me a thumbs up, and it's just like that. I understand that stuff. I also understand this part here, people. There's a lot of people in in the world, forget about the United States, in the world, that have different disorders. Some people are so introverted that they do not get out to a public place. Some people the only interaction they get because of something going on with them or some type of disorder, the only interaction they get is when they see the mailman, is when the waterman comes with those jugs of water, is when we come through as delivery people. Sometimes that's the only interaction these people get because they are so blocked off, and that's what they want. You don't know what's going on. So I'm never just going to go up and just have my demeanor. What's up, Kevin Hawthorne? I'm never going to go up to some place with my demeanor and have it like, blase blah. That's never going to be the thing. That's not good business. So I teach this in my videos. I teach how to correct people's attitudes because they are their own business, that they can actually have more coming in just because of the blessings and the gracings that you are doing based upon your business that you are conducting with your client and to the customers. Now, we get people that say, no, that's not business. You shouldn't be doing it like that. Every market is different. I'm telling you guys this, customer service, it doesn't matter what market you are in. This is what a lot of people like. And you say, not everyone is like that. Well, just let me tell you this. I just turned 40 years old this year on June 26th. Okay. Anyone that is at least 55 years old, they would rather see the service first and then give you your tip after that. Anyone that is not 55 and over, you guys cannot say anything. But most of the people that we are delivering to, the people that you guys say are the good customers, they are the people with gray in their hair. They have gray in their beard. They have the home you are going to. You're checking out the outside like, this is a nice house. Yes, it's those people who still believe in the service. You are neglecting a whole bunch of those people because you're stuck up in these whatever ways you're in. I don't do that, and I just show people that there's another way to add to your game. Don't take it, add some things that can work. So I get backlash, and they got all these people together that bash me and talk about everybody else that goes out and does the thing right. TFT just hit me today while I was doing my Walmart Spark. TFT hit me today this morning while I was driving, and TFT got like 4 cash tips in a row. We do the same service and we talk about it. They don't want to hear what TFT has to say because he's not bashing everyone. But we're just trying to show you guys that there is a different way to do the thing. So this large barbecue that they put together, they called it the GiG conference, and I'll tell you why I called it a barbecue. They got this thing together, and they said that it's going to be a conference, and we're going to have a lot of things going on, and it's going to be here to help the gig economy. Okay, they said it is going to help the gig economy. So I'm trying to figure out what was going to help. Okay, so now let's get this thing straight first. Pedro DoorDash Santiago put it together. You can go back and watch his videos, and he did not like Para at all. He was saying that he's better than Para. He is not going to promote or be sponsored by anything that he does not trust. And he went and did a little video where he said that Para was almost right. I still did all right. I'm still not gonna have them sponsor me. I don't agree, but Para was a sponsor of the 2022 GiG conference. Okay, so I don't know how that worked out. I don't know if Para said we're going to help with some t-shirts and money or food. I don't know if that's how that worked out, but he was against Para at first, and he said he would not have them as a sponsor, and then they were a sponsor. Then he had the other two. So we got that thing straight. I'm thinking of a conference, it's going to be, I'm going to see videos of, they're giving out some awards for, outstanding content creator, great community service work. I'm thinking I'm going to see some awards going out to some people, getting some buttons, some souvenirs. I'm thinking I'm going to see something like that. I didn't see anything like that. What I did see, and this is a positive that I will take out, it was a camaraderie and building a bond. There was never nothing wrong with that. So that was all the way good. People got together to sit down. They did their thing, but this is why I call it a barbecue. The same people that went there are the same people that say they want to deny every order that there is. They don't believe in doing anything that I say. They think it's all wrong. It's all the same people there saying this. And all they did was get up there And the PARA guy got up there and said, we're trying to get 42,000 signatures so we can actually try to make the companies show us how much is really going out there without doing the work to like get to the ratings ourselves. So they said they're trying to get 42,000 people to do that. They already say that online on camera. You didn't have to go to a GiG conference to say that, I feel. You know, they said the exact same message that they say here. Now, this is what I will say. Look, he got up there and did that thing, and every single person that gets in these chats and they talk crap and they bash and everything, while he was out there doing his speech and he was done, only like 4 people clapped. And I'm like, it's a whole conference of all you guys with the same mindset. How come you guys aren't clapping when he's talking about this stuff? You don't want to be seen on real camera. They're doing it. That's what I think. And not one time I thought that the conference. Now you know at the GiG conferences, you know you have your sayings. I thought I was going to see some signs that said no tip, no trip. I did not see one sign that said no tip, no trip. I did not see one sign that said no tip, no trip shirt. No, I did not see that. You know why, people? If DoorDash or any of these companies are watching this GiG conference because they think they're so big, they don't want to be seen bashing these people. Okay? They don't want to be seen bashing these people. They want it to be seen that we got sponsors. That's why the 2 people that didn't get along got together for this thing, Pedro and Para. They got together for this thing. They thought that, you know, he was going to be able to bring some stuff. I did not see anyone, even Pedro, get on the mic and even say this. What do we do? And I did not hear anyone say, deliver to miserable human beings. I did not hear him do that and have everybody say it out loud back to the mic. That's the main thing. You don't want to take orders to those miserable human beings. You don't want to do all that stuff. All of those should have been vocal points at the GiG conference because that's what you guys are getting this petition ready to get signed for. You guys didn't say nothing about that stuff. He had a raffle. And some people won. So it was like a bunch of shirts. I don't know what it accomplished. The GiG community is still in the same state. It is still in the same state. You guys didn't go there and say these are problems and we're trying to fix these solutions. There was no video work of you guys sitting down at a table or inside a room anywhere with like bulletins on the board saying this is a problem, how do we fix this? There was no one being a correspondent, letting anyone know about the steps that we're trying to improve in the GiG economy. That is what a conference is for. It is for to get there, do the thing, and to share with everyone. None of that stuff happened. So that's why I'm asking, what was the point on doing a GiG conference with the same people you bring into your lives and you talk about the exact same thing? What was the point?
Hey,
I don't get it. Yes, sir.
That conference in St. Louis, I believe, was nothing but a PR stunt. It was put out there for these content creators that do different markets in the GiG economy to get their name out there so they can put their revenue up on their channels. To me, that's what that all is about. I watched some of the videos of the conference and whatnot, and I wasn't impressed. You know, there are real issues in these markets that we do that needs to be brought to attention. You know, I'm not going to go there right now, but if nobody is saying anything on, well, hey, I'm running this issue, I'm seeing these problems with these apps, I'm seeing, you know, etc. There, you said my last company I used to work for, there's a brainstorming session. You sit down and what is going on? What's the problem? What's the root cause? How do we fix this? How do we obtain our goal? But to me, it was just a big PR stunt just to get everybody's name out there and say that they're doing something.
Yeah. And I did not see any, you normally at like a conference or a seminar, people, I have spoke at many seminars and conferences, people, I have spoke at many. There was no role play. There was no role play or a demonstration. Okay. There was no role play or a demonstration on how to do a successful drop off. There was no role play with a drop off that might have problems. There was nothing like that that can help someone be a better driver, that can help the gig economy. Everything that you are supposed to be doing is supposed to be helping. There was nothing there. There was nothing there for that. There was nothing there for it at all. Like I said, what it did do, all you guys that normally get into the same chats, that was a large meetup. That was a successful meetup. That was a successful meetup, not a conference. A meetup, barbecue, family reunion type thing. You guys, like, that was cool. That was cool there. That was cool there. But as far as a gig conference to actually help and do something for the gig community, nothing happened at all. The same people are going to be talking the same thing, and it's not doing anything. And petition, I think David tried to do something like that on another platform, get something signed or something else like that. But a signature, people getting signatures, getting 42,000 signatures, people, is not going to make DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub, or any of these other ones. Where's my phone at? My ratings on Walmart Spark, and this is for people like Don Anthony. So Spark today, this morning, just did like 3.5 hours, $130. Got a $2 cash tip, and hopefully this other tip is going in. Lady said she was. I don't count those as D-backs, but I did that in just a few hours there. Don Anthony did that, did my thing, and the link is for you there, Don Anthony, too. The link is there. Keith, what's up, Keith? Keith Jenkins, my man. Woo! This is a good person. And Keith, Keith Jenkins, if you can. Keith Jenkins, if you can. I have a police clip that I'm going to show in just a little bit of a police officer speeding, okay? And the police pull him over, and I want to know about the treatment, if they're going to do preferential treatment for the officer after they figure out who he is. And I would absolutely love, Keith, since you are a police officer, if you can click the link when I do go over that, because I would love to get the insight from a police officer on this whole thing when I break that down. I would love that right there, Keith. Now I forgot what I was saying when I was going in to my thing, but this gig conference, it did not accomplish anything. Did not accomplish anything. Big barbecue. Vaughn says it was more. Vaughn says it seems more. He says it was more set as a get together, but still at least he got some get people together. He probably addressed some things on the next one. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Vaughn. That's what I'm saying. There's nothing as far as camaraderie and having a meetup. That was all good. That was all good. What's up, Nitro Freak? Nitro Freak. I'm going to show this police video in just a little bit too. If you can click that link, that would be great. I'm going to show a police clip. If Keith can click that link, that would be great. I gotta get some feedback on that right there, people. So, what did this gig conference really accomplish? I don't think it accomplished anything. Hopefully in the next one, they'll get more people involved instead of the people that's inside, the group that's doing this thing. David tried to do a thing where he tried to get that thing done. People, they are not going to switch up and make you guys, like, the companies have a standard. It says that do this and you can get there, and then we'll show you. Now, my Walmart Spark, this is where I was at. Lost my track. My Walmart Spark, I got a lot of people that say you don't take every order. So right now, I'm going to read off my Walmart Spark metrics. So my Walmart Spark metrics, I'm going to read them off right now. And this will verify, people, when people say no one does what you do, you must be weird. No one will just take all the orders, and just no one does that. So yes, I do. I even do it on this platform too. Okay, let me put this here. I even do it on this platform too. So I'm looking at, let me click on this, earnings. Let's go to metrics, my metrics. So my metrics, and if you are a Walmart Spark driver, I would like for you guys to post your metrics. I would like for you guys to post your metrics in the chat so I can so we can compare our metrics. Okay, so my on-time arrival is at 96%, and I am in the green. My drop rate is 0%. I have not dropped the order. I'm in the green. My acceptance rate is 88%. I'm in the green. My customer service rating is 4.7. I'm in the green. Now, for those of you who are watching, the green means that I will read what it says. Green, being in the green level means that you are surpassing Spark Driver service level standards. Orange scores. Scores in the orange level indicate that you are meeting the established service level standards. I'm in the green on every single one. I take every single order, and I guess that's the reason why, like, they give me $50 orders and I knock them out. I'm guessing that's the reason there. So if you are a Walmart Spark driver, I would love for you to share it. And this is a challenge. This is a challenge to the content creators who drive Walmart Spark and put those videos up. I challenge you guys to, and I can't show it here because it's in green. The Walmart Spark thing is in green, so I can't show it here. But what I'll do is I'll put up a short. I'll do a screenshot and make it short in like a minute or so you guys can see it. But if you are a content creator and you are driving this app, I would love for you to share your metrics so that you can let the people know what's really going on. I just shared mine. Okay, you can share yours. So Don Anthony, I'm telling you, I take all of my orders. I don't turn anything down, which is why I'm telling you people, those people who are 55 and older, who still want you to do the service and then get your tip, those people I'm not missing. And I'm making sure I'm not missing that. Rev, you on pause or what's good? What's wrong with the Rev? His camera's gone. Now, TFT says, wait, Lisa, hold up. TFT says, I swear I'm going to have to come down there one of these days, Robert. We can put together a Cali gig workers party or something. Now, you see how TFT did not say a conference. He said a party, because that's what we will do. People, we know what we are doing here. Lisa says, is it true you get pulled over for a fender bender on your car? Some detailers approach me looking for my money saying, oh, you're talking about the people that pull up on you. You're talking about the people that pull up on you. No, you won't get, no, not for a fender bender. So do you have to scan every item in Spark? Okay, so if you are, Lisa, if you are doing a delivery, if you are doing a shopping order, you have to scan every item that you have to pick up. Most items come in packs, so you just scan the one barcode, you just pick. Now, if you get items where, let's say you do a GMB order is when you get multiple orders and one, like today, my GMB was $49.99 and it had 12 drop-offs. It gave me 2 hours to complete the 12 drop-offs there. Whenever you have a GMB, you have to scan each item that's attached to that label when you're taking out your truck or your car. Once you go ahead and do that, you're done. Then you just take the picture at the end. So you do that before you go ahead and get to the door. But the scanning is easy. This scanner, at least on my Samsung phone, it's oversensitive. So sometimes it tries to do 5 scans at once. I got to scan and then do a real quick thing like this. Go says, at 15,000 signatures, this petition because one of the top sign or change. Food deliveries are out risking their lives in a global pandemic to bring food and supplies to folks and are being. Come on, hop back up in here, Ghost. Where'd you go? And what happened to DoorDash? Let me boot that from the studio real quick. I don't know where he went. Okay, bam. Yeah, I understand this, Ghost. I understand at 15,000 signatures this petition, but what I'm saying about this petition is this, Ghost. What I'm saying is this. If they have a system set up for certain drivers to see the total, like me, that's what they have set up. Every driver can hit it. Every driver can hit it. Every driver can hit it. It's easy to hit it. That's how they filter out the level of drivers. That's how they filter out the level of customers, and that's how they do the pairing. It's that easy. They have it there. People just don't like the system on how they have it there. If someone tells me, hey man, we get paid $100 every single time we go do this job. The dude's gonna say, man, but I see you got paid 100, but it says I got paid 55. How come yours says 100 and mine says 55? Oh, that's because, you know what? I hit this tier for my rating, my customer service ratings. I hit this tier for me accepting and not having cancellations. And when I do that, they put you here and you can see everything. Man, I don't want to do that though. Well, that's your fault. That's your fault. That's your fault. It's no one else's fault. You know what I mean? It's no one else's fault. It's your fault. Like, that's what it is. Like, they say this, and this is what okay, I'll put it to you drivers like this. Equipment-wise, there's a lot of drivers that we see just go and put the stuff on the floor. They don't have any equipment. They don't care about keeping it hot or cold or any of that other stuff, right? But we tell people that if you have those things, a customer will typically tip you more because they know that your stuff is safe. And that's a proven fact that we all know, right? So that same person that did not have equipment will go ahead and buy equipment now, right? You know why? Because that's getting an extra buck. The difference is with the equipment, you don't have to have a certain rating to get that buck from that customer. But with a guaranteed rating, it's ensuring that you have a good chance of getting that extra buck from that customer, even without you having that. Because that's the type of customer that's out there. You know what I mean? That's what's out there. TFT says he can't hit the levels here. Said it every day. He said, see it every day. It's sad. But there are opportunities and ways, people. And John McFallery, okay? John McFall. Go check out John McFall's channel. He teaches people how to multi-app and still have your ratings on all the other apps at the same time. That's what his channel is about. And he shows you how to run your own business. So he does that completely. He shows you how to multi-app like that. You know, there are ways. Now, I can see where some people will say, man, but I don't, I just want the money. I'm just trying to get it and go. I just want to get it and go. I agree. You just want to get it and go. But you are the same person that wants to get it and go that makes a comment like the person I got a comment earlier and they called me a clown. So I know where they came from. He said the food should be ready every single place we go to. No ifs, ands, no buts about it. He called me a clown for making a video, DoorDash, this is your problem. We got people like that with that attitude that, think the same way. You can't have that. You can't have your cake and eat it too. We all know that when you're dealing with food, it has to be made. We all know that we are dealing with electronics, that there's a process on when it goes through and it has to do all that. We are dealing with a solar flare that just happened also. People, you guys got to read up on stuff, on all type of stuff that can be slowing some things down. Now, things that are out of our control, we have to ride with those. That comes with the territory. You got to just ride with those, but you got to be smarter as a driver also. So that GiG conference did not accomplish anything for that reason right there. What's up, Poker? What's up? So that GiG conference to me did not accomplish anything. What is your take on the GiG conference, DoorDash Revolution?
All right, can everybody hear me right now?
Yeah, you're you're all good.
My thing was that, yeah, I wanted to make sure that I didn't have no feedback coming through and all of that. My take on it is that it's a lot we need to learn from it, from that conference. Okay, it's a lot that needs to be improved in the next one. Now, it was a lot of things I felt like wasn't addressed as far as customer service was involved, for one. Number two, what are the problems that we having out here with how we need tip transparency or all of that. But you can kind of understand the method why DoorDash do some things that they do. You know, the dirty multi-apping that's going on, I feel like that should have been addressed a little bit more, if it was addressed at all. I wasn't able to go up there to see in person what was going on, but I think that the conference alone has not really scratched the surface of what's happening in our community. What we need to address is, how do we get these type of situations? We can't complain. That's what we've been doing all the time. Everybody complain, 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 complain. Problems, we got to identify them. And once we identify them, we got to come to a consensus of solutions. But a lot of people is just about themselves. I understand that. I get it and everything. But if you continue on going in these restaurants, holding different customers' food hostage, you're not helping the community at all. Yeah, you might be helping your pockets right now, but down the road for longevity, you're not even going to be able to help your own pockets. The customers that you had were tipping. They're going to tip less. See, we need to deal with what's actually is reality of what's going on. You know, we can talk about no tip, no trip all day long. But did we find a solution for it? No, because we didn't find the problems. And I say it with an S, that exists for no tips. Now, so often I done went to different custom. Go ahead.
Rev, I got a question for you. Do you think that, you know, being that it's a GiG conference, it was mostly they did not have the signs of what gigs, you know, that they're trying to advocate for, you know, something like that. But don't you think that if you want to have a GiG conference, you want to try to get at least local? Now, Pedro goes into these places and he says he has connections on the food bags and things like that. Wouldn't it have been good to have a representative from one of the places there to get some words from one of the managers or some of the people on how they can bring in, so you can actually try to fix something there? You know, have someone from one of the establishments that you go into every day showing your business to, and you have that communication with them. It would have been mighty well to have a GiG conference with at least a business owner, a small business owner, one of those at that, or one of these other chains that he goes into. That would have been one of the main things I would have tried to do, to try to bridge the gap from the business to the driver, so at least that communication can have a little bit that can go into the customer from the driver. What do you think about that?
Of course, you got to include the restaurant operators. You know, you got to include them. Just like if I was doing business with my clients. Now, if I was having a conference with them, you know, I would if it had been me. Why? Because it's more than just about drivers. You know, we're dealing with a marketplace platform that deals with drivers. It deals with the customers. It deals with the restaurant operators. Now, we had an operator that was telling us about all the difficulties that he'd been having with different drivers coming in there. You see, you got to have everybody in the community involved. like I said, this was the first one. I hope that he have learned a whole lot from it, you
Right.
know, and in the areas that you need improvement in, that's one of them right there. You know, he could have had, you know, some restaurant operators next year would probably want to sponsor it if it's going in the positive direction. You know, it's got to be more than just about drivers, ladies and gentlemen. It's got to be also about the whole community as a whole, you know. But
Right.
that was his first one. But yeah, go ahead.
Reach out to a few more people too. You know, reach out. The gig conference, the gig community people. It's not only a fistful of channels. People, this would have been a good thing to actually see if they wouldn't. If Hannibal wouldn't have been bashing Bentley Coop might have been able to show up, and he could have been in good ties with those people. All those people, none of them have a good relationship with your driver, Mike. There are things that, that's why the community is not together. There's a lot of Pete from Paid to Drive. There's a lot of people that have a lot of subscribers, and some of these names were not included because this gig conference was so niche. It was so niche. It's put together, like it's put together for that small group. You know what I mean? But it's a small group trying to reach a lot of people. But you gotta be able to reach more people positively. One of their major setbacks is their dislike and hatred towards me is one of their biggest setbacks. As I am someone that tries to do things to help the community, that's what I try to do. I do it with you. We got Ghost up here, which is one of your silent partners. A lot of you people don't know. He's Ghost, the silent assassin out there, going taking them down, making that money. That's why he's appearing today. So when he has something to say, listen up. Listen up. He's coming with the actual factuals. I'm going to play a clip right now, and I'm going to let you know why, what we're going to do this clip, and then we're going to get into the multi-app. Because this went right into it. I'm going to show you Alaska Gigs and Guns having a change of heart for your boy HotFacts. Okay, let me go ahead and get this clip loaded up. I'm going to show it for you guys. I'm going to let you guys see that one of the main issues and why there is a disconnect in this economy is because these people have no idea what they're all about hate. And finally, someone started to realize who was deep drinking that Kool-Aid that they had them drinking that Kool-Aid good, people. That Kool-Aid was good. And he came to, and we are gonna reconcile and put this thing behind us, because I was, what I watched yesterday, I was thoroughly impressed that another grown man came on another man's channel and was like, look, this is what I feel. I'm going to go ahead and put this in, and I want you guys to know that Roy will be Roy tells you guys that I put up all type of other content. There's people in this chat that do other content. There's another side of me, and one person stepped outside of the gig world to actually look at what I talk about life about, and then that changed his perception on me. Okay, so let me go ahead and put this in. Let me put this in really quick. Bam. Get this right here. And that is a video right there. I'm going to put this up. And I was like, wow, man, like one of those other dudes would have hated if somebody, man, I can't hate on the man doing something and he did it on his own too. No one pepped him up. I didn't call him or write him before. None of that stuff happened. This man just had something to say. And he wanted me to hear it, and I heard it, and it was a good thing. Let me get this thing going. Let me go to screen recording. Did I do a screen recording? Okay, here we go right here. This is Alaska Gigs and Guns.
That whole situation just completely spun out of control. That was never what. I never thought that would have happened, and we didn't want that to happen. But with me, I and I could be completely wrong. That's possible because I've been wrong many times in my life, you know. When I felt like it just seemed to me at the time, and again, I'm not saying that this is true or not. I just kind of felt like maybe he was using my wife's situation to his advantage. I'm leaning probably toward no on that now, but at the time, it's just the way, you know, I felt about it, and it just deeply pissed me off. Like, it deeply pissed me off, and I, you know, so I'm guilty. I made a video, and when I did it out of anger. I mean, I was pissed when I made it, and you know, now that some time has gone by, and you know, there's time and distance from that, I'm like, you know, maybe that's, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Maybe it kind of makes sense, you know, but you know, I since took it down because I'm like, it was just, that's just not what we do. And you know, I just wish it hadn't gone that far, you know. And believe it or not, there are things, like I said earlier, Robert seems to be very conservative minded. There's things that he says here and there, I'm like, yeah, I can be on board with that. It makes sense. Those are some of the what's the right words, like the morals, the values, some things that I believe. And there's a lot of things he says that I do disagree with, but sometimes I find myself on common ground with him. So but for me, it's just kind of there's this element of this kind of this condescending vileness, you know. And it's like, so I feel like if some of us disagree, then we may be, you know, torched for it. And again, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But all I can really say is, you know, looking back on it, you know, I just wish things had gone a little bit differently, you know. And I don't like all the banter, all the back and forth banter.
Yeah. And that was the whole reason I did the live stream, because I wanted to see, because I keep seeing it, and he's doing videos, and he's actually showing the proof of people talking shit about him. He's not in there trying to, you know, egg shit on. But he actually shows the proof. And at that point, you got to think, whose side do you take at that point? Like, do I take Robert's side because he's actually showing me proof of these people talking shit about him, and then all he's doing is defending himself. So at that point, I'm going to stick up for Robert, because he's Nova Dasher, for example, and they're talking shit with the live stream he showed. He's in there talking shit about him. Why? Why are you talking shit about it? And then when Robert responds to Nova Dasher, because Nova Dasher hangs out with what I call the cool kids, they're going to.
All right, and that was Roy going into my defense right there, people. But Alaska Gig and Guns, people, that was very big of a man. That was very big of a man to get on a video and to really, you can tell that was not written down. He was trying to give it straight from how he had it, and he said, I can't explain it right, but he understands, and he's breaking down. He said maybe I was wrong a couple times, and then he said, I agree with them, and he's conservative, and the morals and the basis. Yes, people, you get to understand those things when you step outside that box where you guys keep throwing rocks at me from. Okay? Now, this person, people, why I played that video, was a person that they're a couple. They got about 200 and something subscribers right now. They joined in to the pre-ritual party of the rodeo crew on come into all of our chats, and we want you to say hi to us the whole time, and then we'll mention you a little bit, but we're not going to let you come up and be one of the co-hosts or anything like that all the time, because we want to get all the subs for ourselves. They don't promote and put the people up. The people still have the same amount of subs. There is no growth. Let's help Roy Will Be Roy get the 1K. Let's help the DoorDash Revolution get the 1K. If you are a moderator, you see their names there, go ahead and post their links up there. This is what I like to do for the people that I work with and I have a relationship with. They have people that are still stuck with the same numbers. If you guys are showing all of that much support for each other, now that they've been on like 200 subs for like a long time. And if you guys are all part of the same thing, everyone that went to that little GiG conference thing, all you guys should have your whole groups should have all of these subscribers, but that's not what you guys are all about. And that's the whole visual thing. So it was glad to see someone going through that, seeing their subs not jumping, how, you know, they say what's going to happen. I'll mention you to the exact same people over and over again. If you mention yourself to the exact same people over and over again, only those people are subscribed to you. That's it. There's no growth there. None. And this dude has realized that, you know what, this GiG thing is not really all that cracked up to be. Let me check out some of Robert's other content that Roy says. And by golly, Roy was right. I don't got to watch GiG to like this dude. Let's talk about some other stuff. And that's pretty much what he did. And I appreciate that because now we can move forward. And, you know, we can move forward now. So that's why that says the peace meeting. That peace meeting is going to come. I was hoping he was going to be able to click that link and hop in. But whenever it happens, people, you guys will see that. He took the video down. I kind of wish he left the video up because I'm a person of history. And I believe people should see history in order to understand how it was worked on. And, you know, I like to see it. So I wish he still had, if you still have that video backed up, I would like for you to still share that video because they would see, it would give the people a chance to see like where the video was and then us coming together and talking to see that two men can actually do that. Because there was some harsh words, people. There was some harsh words in that. Very harsh words. And I'm looking past those words because of that video I saw. That's just the man that I am. So there we go from there. Now we're gonna get into this dirty apping thing because I know it hits your area super bad, Rev and Ghost. We know what the Rev is gonna say. Ghost, let me hear you and your experience on the dirty multi-apping going on in your market. What's going on with it?
I basically can back everything that Rev says. You know, it's really bad in our market. And let me say, by orders being held hostage. And there's drivers out here that they're not just holding hostage one platform, they're multi-apping on multiple platforms, holding other platforms' foods hostage. You know, we're starting to see a trifecta of that more and more and more. And there's a lot of times that I will just pause my dash and I'll just watch. I'll sit in the parking lot. Yeah, I won't make any money. I'll sit and I'll watch. And, you know, I'm not going to go into describing people, but there's one about 500 feet from me right now. And he just got an order. And he is sitting in his car. He is waiting for another platform to come through or another order. That food is going to be cold. You know, it's not right. It's not right to, one, the customer. It's not right, two, to the restaurant, because us as gig workers, we are providing a service outside of those four walls of that establishment. And it makes that restaurant look bad as far as making us look bad.
Man, you got one 500 feet away from you. And see, that's crazy, people. Look, the reason why I brought this up, people, because there was a lady yesterday, and she got an Amazon Flex order, and she was trying to figure out how she was going to do Walmart Spark because it gave her 4 hours to complete the Amazon. And she was like, well, if I do 2 hours of my Spark when I'm on, I should be able to get them both done at the trying to that. She was... That's why I brought that up. That's dangerous. People don't do that. Don't do that at all. I told her not to do it, and she went to someone else to try to see if he was going to tell her to do it. People don't. If you have a channel, don't promote that. Please don't promote that. Now, he's got somebody sitting there, people, just got an order, and then just waiting to see Do you know how wrong that is? Look, some of these places, and we know some of these places, we pick up this food. Some fast food we pick up, we like, man, this food is still hot. You know, when we drop it off. And there's some that I don't know how they make it. It doesn't stay as warm as some other ones. You guys have noticed that? Some of the places you go to, the food doesn't stay as warm as some of the other places. So if you're picking up from like let's say we have like places here where you got to get them their fries instantly or they're going to be not right at all. You know what I mean? And if you sit and wait, first of all, when they say fresh, it's not going to be fresh. You know, you can get a soggy burger now. You know, a lot of stuff can happen. The bag can get so moist. You know, the stuff falls out when a whole lot of things can happen to that customer just because you're trying to look for, and it don't even be much. They're looking for like an extra $1.50 or something else like that. It's not even much to keep them held hostage. Now, your guys' market. Now, you said you can vouch for everything that he says. Give us your take on the signal jamming. Because more people got to hear about this too. Give them what you know about the signal jamming. There's a lot of content creators out there who work in markets who know about it. They know what's going on, but they don't speak about it. So let's go ahead and talk about this.
Signal jamming. There's a couple people down here that signal jam. Now, signal jam is a federal offense on all levels because it jams all the cell phones in that area except yours. It takes out all the market, so police can't get on there. You can't call 911 if there's an emergency. You can be held liable if somebody dies of murder for an accomplice. Now, there are a couple different types of signal jammers that you can get. The ones that the military use, good luck. You're not going to get it unless you're getting it on the black market. The ones that you can buy somewhat on the black market will jam right at 30 yards radius of where you're at. And this person that is sitting by me, 500 feet, he's got one. He doesn't have it on right now, or I wouldn't be talking. But we see it a lot. And what we see is when it's on, our phones, if we get close but not close enough, our signal, it's very spotty. Our app will freeze. You'll go try to get an order and you'll get a red screen or you'll get a white screen on your phone. You're close enough to where that person's at. That's why the people with signal jammers, you'll notice, they don't sit in one spot. They'll go to the little hotspot zone of where the good restaurants are, where the good orders are at, and they'll make circles. They'll make laps. And that's how, they're jamming other people's phones to get the orders.
She said, what did she say? She said, should GasCon be recalled? What do you guys think about that? I don't know what GasCon is. What is GasCon? Do you guys know?
Not sure. I can look it up real quick.
Yeah, check that because I have no idea what GasCon is. Lisa, what's GasCon? That's something I want to know what that is. Seems like it says recall. Like is something going bad with something? What are they doing to us? What are they doing to us? I've never heard of GasCon. Maybe you can educate us on something. GasCon? Did she type anything? Let me see. Oh, she's talking about the LA County DA. Oh, you know what? Here's the thing. It doesn't matter who gets put into office at all. It doesn't matter. The world's going crazy. Crime is going nuts. That's just the way it is. So we'll get into some of that in a little bit. We're on this jamming. We will get into that after we go over this cop thing. But yeah, Roy. Roy, click this link, man. Click that link, Roy. Click that link, Roy. Yeah, so this jamming, so you said they take away all of the signal and just leave theirs on. Yo, Ghost. Oh, I think he froze. Rev, can you hear me? Rev.
Yeah, I can hear.
Oh,
I can hear
so
his probably froze.
okay.
See, he's
Ghost
he's
froze.
in that area what he was. Yeah, he's in that area where he was describing. So, dude might have turned it on. It's a serious
Oh,
thing in our area. It's
and
a
it might have
serious
been that
thing.
dude that
A
was
lot of
speaking
people.
too, huh? Dang.
Yep, it's a serious thing. A lot of people said, "Man, you got a lot of glitches going on." We done test every glitch here in our market. Wi-Fi not being on, building structures, areas where there's low internet signals. We know all about that. We went beyond those tests. We test the market for 7 months now. And you can tell the difference when your signal is being jammed. He could explain it a whole lot better than I can because he's tech savvy anyway. So he probably will be back on to be able to explain it even more.
Oh,
But
he's right here.
there's a
He's right
Yeah,
difference you
I'm
here.
can
back now.
tell when these activities happen on your phone. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, Ghost.
With I just lost signal and all that, and it's the reasons because that guy, I guess he turned it on. That just shows. I've got 5G, 5 bars, and he just drove by me, and I froze, lost all my signal and everything. Had to climb back out, climb back in.
Dang. People, you don't understand what this does. That man.
It's real. People don't want to say that there are drivers out there that do this, but guess what? Everybody's out here for themselves. They're going to get one over on you. If they're going to, they want to, they're going to. It don't matter. It's a dog eat dog world in this gig economy.
Man. So the fact that you got to use a scanner, and people, it's real. If you guys have not seen the fight that I put up in England, people, they say that they can't go to certain zones because they fight. So certain drivers can't even go to certain zones because it's war between the drivers. People, they were hitting each other with bats and chains and all of this other stuff. So it's real. Now we got guns here in America. We got guns. Now, if these people start bringing gun violence in the food delivery, people, this is gonna go crazy. If you start bringing gun violence into food delivery, that is crazy. Over zones, man. She said, "Is this on DoorDash?" Yes, yes, yes. It is on DoorDash. It is on the other apps also in the UK. The driver said, "Just Eat." Uber Eats, and there's another one that they have that they're doing it on. So yeah, it's on DoorDash. And this is the DoorDash revolution. So you know it's on DoorDash. It's on DoorDash. It's in markets where every market they don't have a hacker in their market, and there's some markets that have a team. That's just the way it is, and where they are in their area, they have a few people, and they probably work together. They work together trying to Bermuda Triangle the whole thing to keep everything for them. She says, Lisa says, what she say? DoorDash isn't hiring in LA County, been on a wait list since November. Yeah, see, LA is a supermarket that's super oversaturated. So all the schedules are booked up. You would have to try to sign up in a different zone, a different area to get signed up in. And then have to do that, so you can travel to the other zones. But you would have to try to find a zone that's not around you. Now, Lisa, we're in LA. Where in LA are you? We're about LA because LA is a county and a city. So we have LA, we have the city of LA, and then we have LA County. So when people say LA, they normally say LA County, but I want to know where about in LA County. Because I know John McCallion He gets up there. He only talks about the San Fernando Valley. Yeah, all right, yeah, San Fernando Valley. Yep. I get around there. Also, San Fernando Valley. Yeah, it's busy there, and it's just busy. That's just what it is. It's busy, and there's a lot of great places there. Now, when I'm over in that area, I try to get that area, and then I try to make my way over towards Pasadena, Altadena way. Try to get some deliveries in there. Yeah, DoorDash is oversaturated, but look, when an app is oversaturated, it's kind of good to start using the other app that everyone multi apps pretty much, but if it's blocked out on one app, those same orders on another app in that same area might be worth more on the other app, just because the other one is so oversaturated with drivers. The same restaurant is dishing out food to the same customers, so you might want to sign on one of your other apps. Lisa, you are there. I'll give this to you. Download an app. I want you to go to your search engine, type up best BES deliveries, get Swift. Type up best deliveries, get Swift. Guaranteed money on you in LA. It's a very active app. You'll make some money and you'll be moving and grooving. They got to do something about this signal jamming because it's crossing over barriers from just food to what if someone, like you said, 911 calls and all that stuff. What if someone slipped and fell? Older person slipped and fell, something going on, and they block that signal out. And something bad happens. So they got to catch these people. And you guys said it's a serious felony now. It's a serious felony. Now, when you go report this, how serious do they take it? Do you know, Ghost? If you report this, how serious are they taking this?
Unless law enforcement, and I know that you have that other police officer. I don't know if he's still on. You're in the chats. If he could chime in on this. But I've got friends in law enforcement. They're really not going to do anything because it's so hard to pinpoint unless you've got military capabilities to pinpoint the signal jammer, which most local law enforcement companies do not have. They're not going to take too much heed to it. Now, if it's starting to be a consistent problem and people are complaining about it, calling 911 saying, hey, look, I've got a serious issue. I can't get in. My phone's been jammed. No signal. It shows I got signal, but there is no signal. Then they'll start getting into it. But unless you can catch them in the act and get video or a picture of the device, then they can get it. Because most of these devices that are signal jammers, they've got 3 antennas that come out of the top.
Right. Dang. So they pretty much want you to have your tracking device video recorder thing to show it. That's dang. So until something, I know what it is. Until one of these idiots do something crazy with this thing, that's when, when something crazy happens because of the jammer, that's when they'll put more emphasis on it. Guaranteed. Like, let's say there's some type of election or something going on, and they jam that signal out, or something bad happens like that. It's gonna be something that happens to where, because that's crazy. A lot of people are losing money. A lot of people are bashing apps. They're bashing the apps, you know what I mean? And it's a mess. It's a mess. This is crazy. But we got to deal with it, people, unless we can figure out how to eradicate these people that's using these things to get rich. It's scams, people. It's scams. What's up, Sam? How you doing? What's up, Sam? Yeah, it's scams. Now, if Keith Jenkins is in this lobby, we want to ask you about the whole trying to figure it out and catching the people. But what I am going to do right now, Keith, if you are in, and Sam, if he's in your live, you can go ahead and tell him to come on over. I want to, or Nitro, If anyone can get a hold of Keith right now, I'm going to show this clip. Now, people that are from the gig economy, I do. Oh, greetings from Norway. Oh, Norway. You guys have narwhals. You have beluga. You have beluga. You have narwhals. Yes, yes, yes. Norway. Now, I have friends from Sweden. I know they are right next door. Yes, 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 Sam. Now, I'm going to show this clip. It's a police officer that is speeding, and I don't know what else is going on. We're going to watch this thing together. If Roy is here, if he can click, I know he has to go to work pretty soon, but we're going to watch this thing together. And for if there's anyone else out there, we're going to break this thing down and do what we do. We break down clips like this and we talk about them. So right now, I'm going to play this. This officer ran. Yeah, he ran. And let's watch it.
Walk right here. Shut the f up. Get right over here.
Now we are going to watch and see if there's preferential treatment from the officer to somebody else breaking the law.
You're the guy with the gun, the person who would do anything to protect the ones you love. But did you know you could...
Get out of the car! Get out of the fucking car!
Get out of the car right now.
Get out of the car right now. Out of the car and put your hands. Hands up in the air. Hands up in the air right now. Turn around. Turn around. Turn around. Do not face me. Turn around. Turn around. Walk right here. Walk right here. Shut the fuck up. Get right over. Turn around. I don't give a fuck who you are. Get on your feet. up in the air. Just walk right here. Walk right here. Shut the fuck up. Get right over here. I don't give a fuck who you are. Get on your goddamn knees. Listen to me when I tell you to get on your fucking knees. You used to work for Miami-Dade. Stand there. Turn the car off! How many people in the car? Get out of the car! Get out of the car! Get out of the car right now. Out of the car, I have to see hands. Hands up in the air! Hands up in the air right now. Turn around, turn around. Turn around, do not face me. Turn around. Just walk right here. Walk right here. Shut the fuck up. Get right over here. I don't give a who you are. Get on your knees.
Hey, I'm a cop. Why you acting like that? I'm a cop.
And you'll listen to me when I tell you to get on your knees.
All right, man. I'm a cop, man. Where's?
Who do you work for? You used to work for Miami-Dade.
Why you acting like that, man?
Stand there.
I'm acting.
Be quiet. Don't say another word. You hear me?
So, did you hear him say, don't say another word?
Everything's cool, sir.
Mandize him.
Of course. We gotta check this car first.
There's guns, radios, and all kinds of shit.
What's up, man?
What's going on,
I
man?
haven't seen you in a bit.
Yeah, every once in a while I get stuck on it.
Release the Holy fucking shit.
He's for real.
Jesus.
This is not on.
What? Sarge, I can't see it. Well, that wasn't on when he passed me.
No, he's not on.
No, he's drunk. Did you turn that? Did you turn that on, or it was on?
No, it was on right there. On, but the visor's up.
Son of a bitch.
That is. Let's find out who's oh, shoot. I know who his supervisor is. And Mandize.
Join large-scale battles with military vehicles. The online action game War Thunder has received a major update.
What?
Casey, do you have a, let's do this by the books. Do you happen to have a Miranda card? Thank you. Boss, what's your first name?
Don.
Don?
Donovan.
Donovan. That's your first name? Yes. Okay. Don't say anything just yet. Understand me? You know how this goes.
All right, people. So are you guys listening? He's telling them little subtle things. Now, if that was a regular person, right? Would he whisper to him, "Hey, be quiet. Hey, don't say another thing. Don't say." They're not going to do that for regular people. Let's go ahead and keep watching this.
Very good. I don't want.
Be quiet. Before I ask you any questions, you must understand your rights. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in court.
You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before we ask you any questions. You have a right to have a lawyer with you during questioning. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be appointed for you before any questioning if you wish. If you decide to answer questions now without a lawyer present, you have the right to stop answering at any time. Do you understand each of these rights I've explained to you?
I get it, brother.
With these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to me now?
No, sir.
Okay. I feel you're impaired.
Me?
Yeah. No. Okay. Are you willing to perform field sobriety exercise to dispel my suspicion that you're impaired to drive?
No, sir.
No. Okay. Is this an agency vehicle?
Yes, sir.
This is his agency car. This is his agency car. I just asked him how to run the tag. I just got here. He says he doesn't want to talk. He refuses field sobriety exercises. So, absolutely, he's fucked up. Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
It is what it is. I will notify.
What are we going to do? Do you want a rotation, or what are we going to do with the car?
We're going to do rotation.
Okay.
But everything that's agency related, we need to take and store, because I don't want to be responsible for in-cars, firearms.
Yep.
Reason why I stopped it right there, people, is for this reason here. Before they were going to take all the stuff that was, that's from his job away to store it, did you hear him ask him, so what do you want to do? He gave the officer the choice. The leading officer there asked him, he says, so what do you want to do? He says he's effed up, obviously, but it's not an obvious, right? Because the guy said, what do you want to do? He was going to, if he would have said, no, he would have been A-okay with them taking him to get him and then making sure that car was going to get put to wherever, because he asked that question there. Now, people say, well, that's nothing. No, that's a lot, people. If one officer asks another cop, that's not, most officers are like, okay, let's go ahead, write your report. Let's go ahead and take them down to the, precinct, right? That's normally what they say, right? You don't ask the other officers, so what do you want to do? If he would have said, let's go ahead and get him back, and they would have let him go. Do you think that's right, man, Ghost? Do you think that's right? How they, first of all, he was telling them, shh, be quiet, don't say nothing during the whole thing.
Yeah, he didn't want the other guy to self-incriminate him any more than he's been incriminated. I don't know if he would have let him go because, once, they initiated the stop, their cameras are rolling. So, it's basically asking, what do you want to do? So I don't know if the cop had his body cam on or not, but yeah, it's not right. But you see it all the time. Yeah, in other instances, like here in Memphis, Tennessee, how many Memphis police officers break the law every day? Every one of them. 20, 30 mile an hour over the speed limit, not running code, flying by other cops. Do they do anything? No, they don't.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. To be put on. If I heard it, everybody else heard it. Now we'll see. I'm pretty sure nothing's gonna happen to him, but that's some job training. That's some job training that supervisor needs. You know what I mean? To even ask that question is just silly to me. I don't know if that's a test to see what the other officers are going to do, but that's just silly to me.
He'll probably get a slap on his wrist and put on administrative leave with pay, and knock him down to a different street beat. That's about it until he proves himself.
Man. So what you got going on out there? That market there is and no, I can't say that because I do know there's some apps out there that you guys got on You guys, yeah, you guys doing your thing. But as far as the DoorDash, what apps over there are pretty good? What apps outside of the hitters are pretty good for you guys?
Grubhub hits pretty good. Uber Eats, it's hit and miss, but it's just the Uber Eats market here is just all low pay, and you've got to be in the worst part of the metro area to even get hits. And if you do, they're not even worth your time. It's far few in between in the high end market. Like we do Roadie here. Roadie is based out of Atlanta, and Roadie deals with like Best Buy, Home Depot, Lowe's, Tractor Supply, picking up medication. Their biggest, I guess you could say, their biggest company they work with is Delta Airlines. But the pay is not that great with Roadie. They only pay 50 cents a mile.
Okay. Now is Curry out there also?
Curry is out here, but it's a very small market. I'm actually on Curry, but I don't ever see any orders. They do like Sherwin-Williams paint, and if you got a truck, you'll make a little bit more. If you want to, like on Roadie and Curry, if you've got a big SUV that you know that you can put the seats down and make a 6-foot bed like a truck, and you know that you can haul bigger stuff, put on there you have a truck. You'll be able to get a little bit more orders because they look at your vehicle specifications. And, don't take an order that you're not going to fit in your car.
Right. Man, okay. Roadie, Curry. I wonder what other apps are out there. There's a lot of places that are using delivery now that a lot of people don't know about. Now, I have a buddy that he drives for Quest Diagnostics. And, he doesn't drive for Quest Diagnostics. He's third party picking up for the Quest Diagnostics. You know how they have their own cars, but he's independent. He does it by himself. He says he likes doing that better than doing all this other stuff. I haven't really got into detail about how it works, but specimens, blood, stuff like that. They're doing all of that. And I think they're taking the specimens to the courthouse also. So I just don't know how much is being paid. You won't tell me. So I might want to see what that's all about. You guys ever think about getting into the medical supply chain? What was that? Oh, they just went muted.
We got Walmart Spark too. Walmart Spark, pretty good in this area as well.
Oh yeah. Let me see.
We also have Shipped.
Oh yeah. We were talking about Shipped. Yeah, boy, that man. Like I said, I have not seen a driver in the same place yet. Okay, let me see. What does it say? You don't deserve the lift. Let me see. Wow, you guys hear about this right here? It says this man is accused. Okay, I'm gonna read this article for you guys. It says man accused of pointing gun at pizza delivery driver over pizza he didn't order. Okay, this says that police in, I don't know what this is. That Socrates? Police in Socrates have arrested a 45-year-old man accused of pointing a gun at a pizza delivery driver. Police say that Ralph Carpino III pointed a loaded weapon at a Domino's delivery driver who was delivering pizza to the residents. It says Carpino claimed that they did not order the pizza. However, according to police, a family member ordered it and had it delivered to his residence. Wow. It says Caprino was charged with menacing and criminal possession of a weapon. Police seized a Glock 40 Cal semi-automatic handgun. Police say the investigation is ongoing. So he probably has a license for his gun, but he's waving that gun around. Now, people, I don't now see, this is touchy right here because of the fact here. We have people that, like, I deliver, like, sometimes you'll get a delivery and you're dropping it off to someone's house and they'll send you a note saying it's for a birthday or something like that. That's why I tell people, just let the person know. Because if they think someone random is just coming to their home, like, he don't know. He's watching the news. He's seeing people's homes get broke into and they're posing as delivery drivers, right? That's what you see on the news, right? You're seeing guys doing that. So he said, I didn't order this pizza. I know I didn't order this pizza. You trying to rob me. Set up. So he points a gun at him. So people, we can avoid this. If you're trying to do something good for somebody, don't try to look. It's okay to let them know, hey, look, you guys don't order no food. I ordered you guys a pizza. Just do that. Now, what if that dude in the house, you know, would have squeezed that trigger, or if the delivery person just happened to somehow seem like he was approaching them in some way, and he shoots him and he kills a dude over a pizza he didn't order, all because somebody tried to surprise him. Now, does that dude go to jail? How long does that dude go to jail if he shoots the dude, Rev?
I don't know how long that he'll be put in there, but my thing is that was crazy, though. First and foremost, you know, even the smallest detail of things, man, we need to quit just taking it for granted. You know, that's the reason why I tell my people at the house, you know, if you order anything, let the rest of us know, so you know we'll be prepared if it's coming or whatever. Because it is people out here disguising themselves as delivery drivers. There's people out here that will put on the uniform. They would do the whole 9 yards just to catch you off guard. So that's the reason why we're doing this channel, Reese. That's the reason why we collaborate, is to bring everyone in this community to an awareness, not just in the gig community alone, but the whole community, of bringing awareness of what could happen in life and how it may happen. That's the reason why we have to collaborate with more than just people in our local areas, people in the United States, people, you know, around the world, because it's that big, it's that serious. You know, we got to pay attention to be vigilant at all times. You know, a lot of times I see people looking at their phones, and when you do that, you lose awareness of what's going on around your 300-degree circle that's around you in your environment. You got predators out here. All they wait on is that one moment of slipping up. Look at how Amazon drivers are stealing packages in front of people's doors. You know, other delivery drivers stealing packages. You know, it's just, we got so many dishonest people in the world, and they look like they just thirsty to do these things. And we got to be careful. That's why we got to have the surveillance equipment. That's the reason why we need to teach our children, you know, about answering the door and all of this. You know, because the other day there was a lady, delivery driver. She asked the little boy, could she go in the house to use the restroom right in our area. He let her in. You know, stuff like this. Suppose she was disguised as a delivery driver. It was actually a criminal. You know, we got to bring this awareness so people can think about the smallest things. The smallest things would get us caught up.
Now check this out. This right here is a good one right here, Rev. It says Cleveland food delivery business claims less regulation for large chains. All right. It says Cleveland Dave says Umina has owned Deliver Me Food in Cleveland area since 1996. Since then, all of his drivers must keep the food in special delivery bags. Recently, he required them to keep cleaning supplies in back of the delivery car. Says, what you need to know about this? says Cleveland food delivery business said fewer regulations apply for larger national chains. Deliver me food must have a license in order to deliver food. The business must have special bags to deliver food along with cleaning supplies. So we're going to read this. It says the state of Ohio requires us to have insulated bags for cold food as well as hot food to transport it. Says Umina said, that's why he has a state license to deliver food issued by the Medina County Health Department. He gets to renew the license through unannounced inspections by the health department. So they are inspecting his delivery company. Wow. He told Spectrum News One that the larger nationwide third-party delivery services don't have these requirements. Uber Eats, DoorDash, Grubhub, they don't have these requirements that they're going to get these health checkups. But this is like what Rev, you were talking about. You know, someone that has their own delivery thing started on up. If you're going to do that thing and get it with the food, they're going to be doing these health departments because they consider you kind of like a food truck or a business. But if you are one of the larger national chains, they don't have to. And as a result, people, that's why we question whether how clean some of these drivers are. This company actually has to make sure that cleaning supplies and everything. So that's crazy there. It says even though they're in the same business as him, his license requires him to store the food in these bags. He said his drivers must deliver the food within 20 minutes. So his his drivers have to deliver the food within 20 minutes. There ain't no multi-apping on his thing, people. Let me tell you that. All of our restaurants have delivery areas within 20 minutes of the restaurant. Umina said it's like the Wild Wild West with these other services. They don't have any restrictions whatsoever. Umina said. He said Gina Nicholson Kramer oversees the study of third-party delivery services at Ohio State University. She said that all food delivery service businesses must be licensed in Ohio, but not each individual driver. Okay, yes, there are inconsistencies. That's why the Ohio Department of Health is meeting with their legal counsel to better clarify how to license those organizations that are out of state, Nicholson Kramer said. An official with the companies that are out of state, California based, are going in there and not following these rules because they're out of state. An official with the Medina County Health Department said local health departments license food delivery services and said Umina's business is the only one that has a license to deliver in the county. Nicholson Kramer said a national chain must have to get a license in every county and city health department to deliver. The state health department did not return several requests for comment. They're saying that the out-of-state people have to get one. You know, the bigger companies, they have to get one in every state, every county, but that's not the case because they're not returning the comment. That would make it complicated if they have to hold license in every local department. Kramer said. In the meantime, Umina said bad behavior by one company can reflect poorly on the entire industry. Okay, people, that's why I say one bad driver, who you're trying to correct, can mess it up for the rest of it. DoorDash, this is your problem. This dude just said behavior by one company can reflect poorly on the entire industry. He admits it would be hard to oversee every independent driver. To enforce it, to challenge would be random inspections. If they have a lot more drivers than I have, they need more inspections to get the drivers to use bags and all the other stuff. You know what? That's crazy. That's crazy that these larger companies are skating around with not having. He has to have them with cleaning supplies in their vehicles. The cars have to be right. They do random inspections, and they have to drop off the food. Oh, there's goes. And they have to drop off the food within 20 minutes. That's good delivery right there, right? You get the order within 20 minutes. The order is there. That's good. You're not waiting a long time. The car has to be clean. But he says it's not fair because the larger platform don't have to do that at all. And that's where we get this thing where you got the bad drivers out there. You got bad drivers that's doing the wrong thing, and they're making us look bad. But he's talking about, one bad business doesn't mess up the individual company, it messes up the whole industry. You see what I mean? You see what I mean? That if companies can see that this is how it works, why can't the people that went to the GiG conference get that idea? You know what I mean? They got to start preaching this stuff. You got to start preaching this stuff. They're guaranteeing 20 per order. That's pretty much typically with whenever you see an ad on Uber Eats or something on the internet, it says typically receive your order in 15 to 20, 25 minutes. It typically says that. But that company is actually adhering to what it's putting out there. You know what I mean? We got these individual drivers who do what you guys say, like the dude who was 500 feet away, sat in that car after he got that order and said, "Let me see if I get another one." Messing it up. Now,
Yeah, it's messing it up because they not looking at the food handling. You got there's regulations for food handling. There's regulations for food contamination. I got a bag right now. I got on order to keep the food at a certain temperature, hot or cold. I got that coming now because see, that's imperative too. Being able to have that food at the right temperature, bringing that food on the timely manner, be expedient about it. Because would you want someone to have your food and take their time bringing it? Now, I want to say it was a content creator. I want to say it's Mushi Moo. He had a guy on his channel. They was doing a Grubhub order. And that person didn't get that Grubhub order until an hour and a half later. But they was multi-apping it. Yes, sir. Check it out. He got it on his on one of his channels that he was doing. People slammed him for it because they was like, that was crazy. And then they dropped the food and then picked it up and put it on the porch. So I don't know, was that his intention just to show, how it would look if somebody would do it the wrong way? They did everything the wrong way. Food is something you can't play with. Foodborne illnesses, all of that. So yes, more companies need to start doing that regulation. And guess what? It's going to probably start happening with us because drivers don't care. They don't put it in a hot bag. They just got the air conditioner on, just sit it there. They don't care. They just care about the money. That's ridiculous. That's a good thing that needs to be done. We need to have some type of regulations. I know people going to be mad when I say it, but we need it because, when you have I'm trying to think of this, food poisoning. Food poisoning is a serious deal. If you ever had food poisoning before, you know what I'm talking about. It's a serious thing. I had it once, and people can wind up doing not only just drivers. Look at how restaurant employees handling the food, packaging the food. They don't care how they package the food either. They just, throw it in there in the counter way. We just have to be more careful about how we dealing with food, customer food. In the restaurants, they don't care how they deal with the food and everything. Sometimes the burger may be right, sometimes it's not right. And food poisoning is a serious thing. It's a serious issue. And drivers ought to be more better than that. Content creators, we ought to be more better than that. This is what I was talking about, the process during the day before you get at the end of the day. We got to take these initial steps every day when we're dealing with our clients. I want to represent myself. Like I said, I'm also working on my own business as well, without these third-party apps. So I want to be as professional as possible. That's the reason why I'm going to be taking certain courses, going to workshops, going to seminars, going to the Jewish community, learn their culture, how they like their food prepared and all of that. See, we need to know these things and we need to educate ourselves on these things so we can give that good customer service. And not only that, but make sure that people get their food to where they can be able to enjoy the experience of the food, have the right food presentation, and they can be able to enjoy the meal that they are eating. Both drivers as well as restaurant employees need to take this very seriously when you handling food.
Right.
That's my take on it.
It's talking about food handling. Like, I have 4 large, extra large bags. You don't have to buy the DoorDash bag. You can get them off Amazon. But the ones that I have, they are highly insulated. It'll keep your drinks cold. It'll keep your ice cream rock hard for a 10-mile ride. Now, there's one thing that I do that probably 98% of the drivers do not do. I sanitize my bags after every day. The inside of the food bag. How many people have touched, that bag, and, you might deliver 10 items throughout that day. How many areas of contamination was that bag in your delivery bag? Everybody, was worried about COVID and whatnot, but, there's still issues about it. Our president just got it again for the second time. And so, people don't take into consideration the customers. All they do is they look at the bottom dollar. Oh, I'm going to make $8. I don't care how the food gets to them. I don't care if it's hot or it's cold.
I got a question. Open this up for the panel. Why do drivers not care about the customer service at all? Why do they neglect it like it's not part of what we have to do?
In our market, I believe it's how the restaurants treat the drivers. Also, you have a lot of drivers out there that they just don't care. They're in it for the buck. They're in it to go get their drink on for the night. Let's go make $50-$60 so I can go buy my bottle of Patron. They don't think about that. Now, that's I would guess, I want to say about 70% of your part-time dashers are like that. Your full-time dashers, this is the way we make, our not just dashers, but delivery drivers, this is the way we make our income. I want to be treated the way I'd like to be treated by the same way that somebody would treat me. If I want good service, I'm going to provide that good service because that's what I want.
Right. What do you feel, Cornbread?
What's up, man? I don't know, man. I think in my market, in our market, I believe it's the same thing. I think you got a lot of these, what I refer to as part-time drivers or good time drivers. And I think that they just don't care. I mean, they're out to make their little cigarette money, their little weed money or gas money, whatever it is. And then that's all it's about for them, For people who are doing this as pretty much like a 9 to 5, then they treat it totally different. I mean, but it's if you were working a regular job, day in, day out, 9 to 5, punching a time clock. I mean, you got slackers on every job. You know what I'm saying? There's always a bad apple. But it's how you conduct yourselves. I'm guilty of mishandling food. I mean, I've picked up an order before and it's going 2 blocks or 3 blocks and don't stick it in a bag and just run down to to give you a reason why I couldn't. There's really no excuse for it other than being lazy, or I'm just going a couple of blocks, so I'll just run it down here, drop it off, and get back in. I don't want to have to unzip my bag, undo this. It's just a convenience thing. But I think we're all at some point a little lazy when it comes to, and that's the thing too. Like y'all were saying before, as I came in, the way these restaurants handle food and things like that. That's even more of a risk. So it's more. It makes it more of a important for us to handle it properly because we don't know how it's been handled prior.
Right. Now, people, that goes into a lot of you guys saying that I am my own boss. I am my own boss, and all of this other stuff. If you are your own boss and you understand some of these things, you want to make sure when it gets into your hands, the game changes. The game changes once it's in your hands. You have no control over what's going on behind the kitchen. But as far as the whole you getting it there to your people, keeping your delivery box clean, all of those other things count. When you're doing the meet at door, you got to give the food to a person. They don't want to be looking at a jacked up, dirty bag. It looks like you don't know. They want to make sure the delivery person is presentable, people, which is why at every job you get, when you're dealing with customer service, they have a hygiene part inside that application that says you will brush your teeth and stay groomed. They have that there. So you got to do the same thing, on this other end. A good customer will notice everything that's subtle. Okay, the subtlest thing that you didn't think no one will pay attention to, they're going to pay attention to that, and that's going to be the thing that's going to
And
ding you.
that's another thing too. That's a good point. Is the customers are going to catch all the bad stuff, and one bad comment about something, it resonates more than a good comment. It probably takes 10 good comments to equal the impact of one bad comment. And as you're conducting yourself and running a business, how would you run your business? I mean, if this was a brick and mortar, how would you run your business? And that's the way because nobody's going to run your business like you run your business. And the perception you put off, the image that you put off, all that stuff plays into it. Who wants to have food delivered by a pizza guy that's got grease under his nails? I mean, probably we've all done it. I mean, there's people out there struggling. They're having to do 2 or 3 jobs, whatever. So I'm not saying there's not an exception, but if a guy comes down, just climbed out from under a car or off of a tractor or whatever, do you really want them food? I mean, you're automatically going to think, well, this dude looks like this. How do you take care of my food?
Yeah. Now, what did you think? Did you hear about the GiG conference at the meetup? Did you hear about the meetup?
I haven't honestly, because I'll be honest. I've found I'm not doing as much gig driving now. I've gotten back into dirt work and stuff like that. Went to work and I haven't really done much driving in the last month.
Okay. Yeah, they just had the GiG conference, little barbecue meetup. We were trying to figure out what it accomplished, if it was like what did it help for the community. It was a start, I would say. Some people met, to build for, I guess, to do it the next year. But a lot of things to work on, because in order to bring support for the community, you got to be able to have the drivers come in unite and to let's iron out the problems that we have, because we have certain people promoting some things and some people promoting other things. We got to take out the stuff that doesn't need to be in there and focus on the things that can really help each other. Better drivers, they help out everything. It's not just you making your money. You gotta have, it's a lot of things. Hopefully if they do it next year, they learn and they expand out to different businesses and all types of other things to get involved. They'll hopefully Pedro gets it together. As maniacal as he is on YouTube, hopefully he's as maniacal as getting his plan together for the next one. I know Rideshare Rodeo has already said, no pressure on Pedro, so they're trying to get him to throw it again. But really, if they really want to get some things involved, they got to go hit those other channels that have those other people watching their channels to bring more of the community involved. You got to go get the heavy hitters from the GiG company if you're trying to have the GiG conference. The heavy hitters set up their own booths. People go by, you walk through booth to booth, get to learn about each person, get their nerve. This dude might be like, let's say if I was actually into that GiG conference, I would have had my own booth set up there. They already know at 1 o'clock, HotFacts is going over role playing for customers and drivers. At 2:15, coming back working on. I would have my booth set up, so I'm doing seminars at the big conference. Then they'll have people speak about different things. It was the first one, but I give them a hand for getting people to travel through states to come and eat and get together and laugh and smile. But if they do it again, you gotta start getting those things in, because that's how a conference grows. It grows
Right.
bigger.
Absolutely.
Then with your conference, it's not going to just be gig. Let's say it gets like you have Brinks. Brinks are like, oh man, can we when we get in Brinks, they're a delivery. They drive. It's a gig. That's like security. You know what I mean? Like they
Right.
might want to be part of it. Of a conference like that. It's about drivers and all, you know what I'm saying? You do
Sure.
things in your network. You hit the street, how I hit the beat people. You move those lips and speak. That's what you, they need to network a little more and get that in. I think they got to figure out a place that is going to be, I would say, more accessible for, like, you got to figure out where everyone is coming from. You know what I mean? And yeah, get it right. I know some people stay in hotels and
in his defense, putting something like that together is kind of like nailing Jello to a wall. You just kind of got to see what sticks, and it's kind of a growing process.
Yeah, that's what they did. Yeah, he threw it together. They had the food. Look, the raffle was good. They had a raffle. You always want to have a raffle. They had the food, the raffle. They had shirts. They had the power guy speak about a petition. You know what I mean? Next year, hopefully, with the platform and the connections we have, we'll have some merchants. Like he says, he gets tons of pizza bags from the Papa John's. That would have been a great thing for that Papa John's place to be there, passing out, or they're here, they're not free. Pizza bags at a discount price. You guys come in here and get more pizza, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. You get the pizza bag, flashlight for night driving, you know what I mean? Stuff,
Yeah, that would be cool. That would be very cool. Yeah, there's a lot of things to think about, and a lot of things, the ways to grow and expand and make things better. You gotta give them props.
Yeah, no, they got props for
it. And I'm not you're taking it away from it. It's a good thing. It's a start, but it's a place to start and grow from.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, this time they just got to have some more people from other, because a lot of people that went, they have they don't put out the content like that. So it was more like people that watch the chat channel. That's why I said
kind of more like a
planning out for a while. He was planning out for a long time. So I would have reached out to the Bentley Coupe and the Your Driver mics and the guys that have 100,000 subs.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. More ended up being more like a meet and greet.
Yes, more of a meet and greet with the no tip, no trip crowd. Yes, that's what I'm saying. They had it planned out. He had it planned out for like 6 months or some time. So in 6 months' time, that's more than enough time to reach out to some of the people who have a larger channel than you. But that's where that humbleness has to come in.
Right. Well, if you as well as if you cross promote each other too, that's going to bring in other people, because it's going to spread those viewers around the different spots, and they're going to be checking out. So you create more of an interest, more draw.
Yes.
Because you can see multiple creators at that spot.
Yes.
But you're right. I mean, the information, the power is key. I watched the Hot Facts today where DoorDash kind of threatened the deactivation wild.
Oh yes, what's your take on that? What's your take on that, Corporate?
I think that those people. Here's my number one thing: call centers in the Philippines, and they're Filipino people. They speak English, but I don't think they understand English. I think there's a communication barrier there as far as comprehending what's being said. I think there's some frustration because I don't know how many drivers are calling in with issues and complaints and grievances, and you got the customers on top of that. I think they're feeling the pressure, and I think it just at some point you're gonna blow. You're human, but I think the Rev kind of handled it well. I don't think he was out of line in speaking with him. I think it was just frustration that kind of came to the surface, and obviously he didn't have all the information when he was interacting with Robert either. So I think there's a miscommunication more than anything, and then probably the frustration of, I mean, how would you feel if you were in a situation where you didn't understand, you knew what was being said, but you didn't actually comprehend it, and you're doing the best that you can? Eventually frustration can boil over, and boom, there you go.
Yeah. But you know what? This all goes back to the idiots that are doing that signal jamming. They don't understand the problem that they are creating. That you got to have somebody go sit on customer service and try to really figure it out. They don't understand. They don't understand what's really going on when you do that stuff. Like, that's the time out of the man's day. Like, these people do it. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Right. Time is money, and that's the thing from the driver's side. Every time I've ever called customer service, it's been a minimum of a 30-minute call, and they want you to hold the line for this and hold the line for that, and it's like, can we just address the issue, get it taken care of, and move to the next thing? It seems to be a drawn out process.
Yes, that's what it is. It's and the craziest thing is that the customer service rep, because he didn't know what was going on, he just started talking out of anywhere.
Right.
You know what I mean? To try to figure out what was going on. He was like, "Let me see if I say this. Is this what's going on? Is this what's going on?" I was like, "Oh my goodness."
I have learned when you're dealing with that particular customer service, you have to say the same thing in about 4 or 5 different ways before it registers.
Right.
It's kind of like talking to your child. When you really want to drive a point home, you'll explain a situation, then you might explain it from a different perspective, but it all leads to the same truth. And I find that's kind of how it is dealing with them.
Man. Now I did run across a U.S. rep, and they were in Chicago, because I asked him. I said, "Where are you located? Your English is excellent." He said, "Oh, I'm in Chicago." I was like, "Oh, okay." I said, "Good." So it was good to talk to someone from the States. But out of all of the people that I have spoken to on customer service, that I can remember,
right?
I can remember maybe like the 5th person that I have ever spoke to that was American.
Yeah, it's like Russian roulette. Every time you dial the phone, you might get one in the U.S. Maybe. It's that glimmer of hope.
Man,
I've had 2 U.S. Customer service reps, but you have to think, most of the time in the United States, when we're dashing, when we call in to customer service, there's an 11-hour time difference on where customer service is located in Manila, Philippines.
Right.
So you're getting the 3rd shift of employees to try to help you get through your issue.
We all know about the 3rd shift too, right?
Yes. It's the bottom of the barrel.
That's right. I'm sorry. I'm a 3rd shifter. I'm sorry, slacker right here.
And how's the dirt like, cornbread? How's the work going?
Oh, it's good. I'm busier than ever. Staying busy. I've been trying to dash and drive a little bit when it's raining, but that hasn't been very often. So I'm sure once the winter starts rolling around, I'll probably be doing more. But we're digging ponds and digging house pads and putting in driveways and drainage and just all kinds of stuff. We're staying busy. I'm working 6 in the morning till about 5:30, 6 o'clock in the evening.
Okay.
Yeah.
Getting it in.
You a front loader operator?
Yeah. Hey, I got a video I want to show you guys really quick. This video is of it's a New Jersey councilwoman in a hit and run accident with the cyclist. Let's go ahead and check this out really quick. I want to watch this. I want to let you guys watch this.
Cornbread, I'll get a hold of you somehow.
All right, man. Sounds good.
Our biggest sale of the year.
A hit and run caught on camera shows a New Jersey city councilwoman fleeing the scene of a crash. It happened at about 8 o'clock in the morning on July 19th. The Jersey City closed circuit TV cameras caught the crash on video, showing a Nissan Rogue slam into a biker and then drive off. Video shows the biker get hit and flip over twice in the air, all as their shoes fly off into the street. The bike is then thrown over to a nearby curb. The biker slowly gets up and a crowd begins to appear. A witness then collects the biker's shoes as the biker rests on the sidewalk. The Jersey City mayor's office now says the person behind the wheel was Councilwoman Amy DeGises. The biker was identified as 29-year-old Andrew Black, who told news outlets he's experiencing shoulder, hip, and ankle pain since the crash. Black admits DeGises had a green light and that he pedaled through a red light, but says that doesn't excuse her from driving off. Jersey City residents have now taken to social media calling for DeGises' immediate resignation. For the latest developments in this story, and
what do you feel about that? The councilwoman hitting and running. Hitting and running. The councilwoman?
That's wild. That is wild.
What?
You would think she would stop.
Yeah. Check this out. If she would have stopped, she wouldn't have got in trouble. They wouldn't be calling for her to resign. And the insurance would have went against the dude because he was going through a red light on the vehicle. He was supposed to add the bike to his insurance. If he's crossing the street like that, she would have been A-okay. He would have, you know what I mean? And or she didn't have to run. I wonder what would make her, because look, she was flying like she had somewhere to go.
Right.
She didn't even, no stop.
Look, but I will tell you this though. And Rev can verify. So over here in Memphis, there's a road called Riverdale. And Riverdale is a pretty busy street, and there's some residential homes on Riverdale. And we drive Riverdale. I don't know, multiple times a day delivering. And I had noticed that there was like a TV stand or something out by the road, and it was kind of close to the road. Well, 2 or 3 hours later, I'm driving through there, and I hit something with my car, but I didn't know what I hit. Of course, I was flying through there, and Red will verify that because I don't go anywhere slow. But so I hit something, and I saw a piece of plastic fly up, and I didn't know what it was. So I pulled up down the street. I get out and I look, and it's part of my bumper. And I'm like, man, maybe I better turn around and because it didn't sound like I hit something. You know, it wasn't just like I hit something that was wood or something like that. I'm like, well, maybe I hit somebody. Maybe I better go look. So I turn around and I go back. There's a lady sitting on a storm drain, and she's just hysterically crying, dude. And I get out of the car, and I have hit her pit bull. Her pit bull got out of the house, ran out into the street, and I nailed it and didn't even realize that I had hit a dog. I couldn't see it because, you know, it was short, whatever, and it ran out. But I'm not saying that could happen to her, but maybe she hit it, didn't realize what it was. I don't know. But yeah, it's pretty weird. That's dirty.
Man, and see, that brings like a special thing to me. My sister, when she was in the 3rd grade, she was going across the street on her roller skates in the crosswalk. Dude in this Mercedes Benz was not, and this is a residential. You ain't supposed to be going fast at all. He's flying, hit her in that crosswalk. She flew like 50 feet. He didn't even get out the car. One of the little kids ran to my door. He was banging on the door, and he was going. I said, "What's wrong?" And he just took off and ran. So I just followed him. And my sister ran in the street. He couldn't get the words out of his mouth, and he just took off running back. So I chased him. And my sister was in the street. And I'm like, I'm looking. She's on the ground crying. And I look, and it's a car pulled over to the side. He didn't even get out. He stayed in the car and rolled the windows up.
Oh, man.
3rd grade, 8 years old. stayed in the car and didn't even get out. So when I see that hit and run, I think I feel a little bit different from these hit and runs, you know, because to be a councilwoman, you have to like superintendent in the school, all that other stuff. You know, you have to go work up to get there and to not even stop your vehicle. Now that wasn't a, did I bump something? That was the movie hit the bicycle. He rolls over the front of the hood, and that was one of those. You got to stop.
That was pretty bad.
That was pretty bad. You got to stop right there. That's not cool.
No, not at all.
She's probably gonna resign just because she's probably got. I haven't even checked the memes. She's probably got a bunch of memes now. She's probably got a bunch of memes.
Probably getting death threats. That's how it works. You know, who knows?
Well, people, what are we on?
I'm like them old folks. I had stepped out for a minute. What went on? What did I miss?
You missed the city councilwoman hitting somebody on the bike and driving off and didn't even stop. The councilwoman did that. Right?
She hit him so hard he cut 2 flips and knocked off both shoes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
No, and look.
You got to be flying to knock somebody out of their shorts. I mean, knock somebody. It's a good thing he wasn't butt naked and shoeless. Got it.
Yeah. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
He could have been butt naked on the concrete.
Yeah, like he got. And the craziest thing was, you know, like the other pedestrian came and picked up the shoe to go and give it to him, and she still didn't make her way back to come and help. She was still gone, but she looked like she was flying down that street. She was flying down that street. It was either I don't know what can make you not come back.
I don't know. Maybe she was late for a chamber meeting. Who knows? I don't know. Yeah, you know, but you know, when they did that report and they said, you know, another pedestrian gathered up the man's shoes, that was for a laugh. It had to be, because I mean, that's just like, what relevance does that have? You know.
You know what, Rev? I'm gonna show it to you right now again, Rev. You gotta watch this. Let me put this.
I'm sorry, it made me laugh. You knocked him out of his shoes. Poor fella.
What's up, guys? Alex here from ZBEC. Today, I'm excited to show you our newest product, the ZBEC.
Hey, I'll catch back up with y'all. I gotta run.
A run caught on camera shows a New Jersey city councilwoman fleeing the scene of a crash. It happened at about 8 o'clock in the morning on July 19th. The Jersey City closed-circuit TV cameras caught the crash on video, showing a Nissan Rogue slam into a biker and then drive off. Video shows the biker get hit and flip over twice in the air, all as their shoes fly off into the street. The bike is then thrown over to a nearby curb. Seconds later, the biker slowly gets up and a crowd begins to appear. A witness then collects the biker's shoes as the biker rests on the sidewalk. The Jersey City Mayor's office now says the person behind the wheel was Councilwoman Amy DeGize. The biker was identified as 29-year-old Andrew Black, who told news outlets he's experiencing shoulder, hip, and ankle pain since the crash. Black admits DeGize had a green light and that he pedaled through a red light, but says that doesn't excuse her from driving off. Jersey City residents have now taken to social media calling for DeGize's immediate resignation. For the latest developments in this story and all things.
You see that, Rev? Knocked him all the way over, Rev. Knocked him. See,
and then they replayed it like what, 7, 8 times?
Yeah, like, man.
They tell you they knocked him out of his shoes. Then they replay it so you can look to see if he really got knocked out of his shoes. I mean, it's just instant injury. It's awful. I'm going to hell because I'm laughing. I can't help it.
No, check this out. Like, it's the only reason why I know you're laughing is because if the person was hurt like we would have saw that and there was like destruction there, you would not be laughing. But the fact that we saw the flip, the hit, and then we saw the person walk, pick up the shoes. He was standing there and gave it to him. He's lucky he's alive though, because he went across a red light on the bike. That's running a red light.
Yeah.
That's running a red light. So, you know, he's lucky he's alive. Lucky he's alive. That could have turned out, and it didn't look like a helmet was on. So everything worked out in the favor. So if all you get is a laugh out of that, you're lucky you're alive.
Right. I can hear my grandma saying that and going, "Get up and walk it off."
Oh yeah, the old school. Yeah. You ain't hurt. You ain't hurt.
Your ankle hurts. Your ankle hurts. Well, that's all right. You got another ankle.
See, we got Alaska Gig and Guns. They popped in. Hit that link if you want. I'll give you a chance to come on up here. We can iron this out. I know you were trying to do that yesterday.
Well, I'm gonna hop out here. I got some stuff I gotta take care of. It's great seeing you guys.
Yes.
Give me a call sometime, Mr. Rev. That'll be good.
Yes, Cornbread.
All right, take care. All right, take care.
All righty, man. That was it right there. So hopefully Alaska comes on in. Hopefully y'all saw the comment.
Tell them come on board. Come on. Yeah, tell them to come on board.
Who?
Alaska Gigs and Guns, because I played the video. You know, I played the video earlier. You know what I'm saying? You know, I kind of agree on something, the conservative part. So we want to just iron this out. You know, if you can make a comment there and go on the screen. You know, I'm right here. I want to iron this out.
Let me say a little something about that. You know, sometimes we as men have so much pride sometimes that we don't want to. We all do it. Don't want to admit sometimes when we're wrong, because it's a feeling that we get behind it. But God give us that built-in feeling so we could have remorse to what we do and be able to ask for forgiveness on anything that we do. I'm not saying that just to throw a bone at him. No, I'm actually throwing a bone at all of us that are men. That is our nature. Right. Sometimes we have so much pride and we think that we too good to even do anything like that. That's why I come with the term talking about ego tripping. All us content creators gonna have to come together sooner or later than we think to make things better for this community. You know, everybody got good ideas. Everybody got a good way of presenting themselves. But it's a time that we got to come together in order to do renovation on a building. You're going to have to tear some things down. In order to continue having fruit on the tree, you got to prune that tree. You got to cut out what's bad. And that's what I mean about our mindset. That's what I mean about the character of a human being. It doesn't matter if you're white or if you're black, rich or if you're poor, male or if you're a female. You know, behavior, personality, and attitude defines the character of a human being. You know, we all have flaws. You know, we all can make mistakes. You know, but it takes a real man, as I was always told, to stand up and admit whenever he's wrong. That includes me and everybody else. So sometimes, you know, we let that ego get in there. Sometimes we let other people put things in our ear, or still didn't get a chance to learn a person for ourselves. You know, a lot of people said bad things about me. They said bad things about Ghost, but we don't let it get us down. We keep pushing. We keep pushing, and we hope that one day that they take the time out to learn who I am as a person, who you are as a person, Reese, who you are as a person, Ghost, who you are as a person, Roy, who you are as a person, you know, and realize that we have shortcomings and try to improve in those areas. You know, he didn't have to jump off the channel. I would like to, you know, talk to him, you know, and everything. It's nothing about bashing one another. No, that's not where it should be. But we need to build one another, and until we be able to build each other, because we come from different cultures, different backgrounds, even different experiences that we experience in life. You know, everybody don't experience the same thing in life. You know, in the military, I've seen a lot of things. Did it change me? Yes, it changed me. But did it make me better at the end? Well, that's why I had to work on myself. And that's what we have to do. That's all I'm going to say on that. I just want to, you know, welcome him on the
Right.
panel. It's not going to be, you know, us against you. That's not my style. You know, if anybody's considered a misfit on this channel or on this panel, it would be me. But, you know, we like to be at that position because, see, that way we can be able to show people the best that I have to offer to give to the world. That's all I want to say on that take there.
Yes, yes, yes. He says I posted. I just gig. I just put the link back up there. Here, I'll do it again. I just put the link up there. There it is again. He said he can't find the link. Yeah, it's there. Just yeah. Let's see. Let's try to give him some time to come on up in here. He said
While
he'd
you
be in
giving
here.
him time to come on, this is what I want to say to every driver out there that's listening, to every viewer that's out there that's listening, to all the trollers and haters that's out there that's listening. Think about life like this. It's what you put into it is what you get out of it. If you put hate into it, guess what you're going to get out of it? If you put love involved into it, guess what you're going to get out of it? So think on them, think on those aspects, people, because see, we all trying to make money out here. And we are hurting the community when we dirty multi-app, dirty apping, using
Can someone
bots,
post the link? He says he still
using,
can't see the link. He says he still can't see the link. Can someone post the link? I see it on the. You guys
yeah,
still? I see it.
yeah, go ahead and do that. I'm gonna go ahead and drop this delivery off right quick because I gotta go through security and all of this to get to this community. I'll be right back.
Gigs, there it is. There it is now, Gigs. I just put it back up. It's there. I wonder if I can do this. Let me see. I got the link copy there. Let me see if I can. I think there it is. No, that was Ghost. Okay, let me see.
The link, the mouse all the way up like a top scroll.
Say that again, Ghost.
The link, if you scroll through the channel, top, it's there.
Okay, yeah, I see it's there. Yeah, it's there. Yeah, I don't know what other way to put it except how I did. It's there. I just did it a few more times. I know what I can try to do. Let me do this. Let me type up the name right here. I know what I can do. I know what I can do. I have you guys on Instagram. I'm going to send it to you on Instagram. Instagram log in on Instagram. Because I have you guys on Instagram. Let me go to the messages. Was that it right there? No, let me see. I know I sent you guys a thing in here. There's that. There's that. Oh, bam, here it is. Found you. All right, so I am now going to send this to your Instagram. Bam, I just sent it to your Instagram in your DM. So you should have it there. Tell me if you got it. I just sent it to your DM, so you should be able to have it there. And I just did that right now, so boom. See there. Get that one out. Yep. So we'll just wait on that to come through. Hopefully he can get up on in here. Because I would like to squash this and get this thing over with. That's what I would like to do, people. I would like to squash it and get it over with. To show people, man, everything ain't always what it seems to be. And Gary Middleton said, I kind of don't watch gig content channels. I don't like, I do the gig, so I don't watch his channel. Gary Middleton, I do interviews with people that are not in the gig economy. I do some with them, but I do interviews with people that do a whole lot of other stuff. Go ahead and check out some of those. I go about social issues and injustice and police reform. I do a whole lot of other stuff than just the gig thing. I appear on other channels where the people who conduct the channels, they have 300,000 subscribers. So I do other things. So, you can watch the channel for other things, not just the gig stuff. Oh, I don't have Instagram and I'm not near the other phone. Oh, he said the first chat you see is from Nitro. Are you hitting live chat? If you go up to your where it says top chat, click that so that it says live chat. If you hit live chat, you'll be able to see all the messages. Yeah, if you hit live chat, I'm going to go ahead and paste it again. If you hit live chat, you should be able to see all of the messages that go into the thing, or you might have to refresh it. It's something. It's something there. Because I'm looking on it on mine. Oh, wow. So let's do this. Are you able to log back, close down the live and come back in? Because that is weird. You know what? I got a better idea. What's the phone? Damn it. Can't do that. He says he's not near the other phone. Because I can send you, all you got to do is 951-951-8030. I can text you. Okay, look, that's the number there. Text me with whatever phone you have on you. Text me your cell phone number, and I will text you back with the studio link. So then it'll be able to get it to you right there. I'm trying to make this connection happen because it's so close. It's so close. Man. Oh, okay. He said he's gonna completely exit out of YouTube, then come right back in. I'm gonna use the bathroom really quick. Talk to them, Rev and Ghost. I'm gonna go to the bathroom really quick.
There you go. So how's it going in your area, man, right now?
It's going. I got dubbed by I had 2 pretty big orders, and should have been a good payout, but it wasn't.
Yeah, sometimes that happened to us, man. Like we done said before, man, that's what's happening to a lot of large orders now, or stack orders now, is because of what we've been experiencing with other drivers in the area that has did what they did, man, and now those orders beginning to subside, and as far as making that type of money, but we still know where to find them though. I started late today, man, because I was doing 2 deliver that orders. I got them out the way, and I'm probably gonna have to come up with another episode, man, for the new guys that come on and try to deliver that and deliver, to show them the proper way of stacking orders, man, and not to stack orders. And really, you shouldn't be worrying about trying to stack orders as soon as you come on come on that platform. You should worry about trying to get used to the orders, how to set up, and how to know your restaurants, know your market, know which ones that's going to be on point and on time, and those that's going to take a little extra TLC, tender love and care, I believe. And take a good month or 2 to learn the basics on. To learn the basics.
While we're waiting for the what's his name, Alaska, to get on, I want to bring this out to you, Rev. I want to bring this out to you, HotFacts. There's one restaurant here that I picked up the last couple of days, and I've been talking. You have to go in and pick up the order at a bartender, and he asked to see my phone to see the name on the order, and I said, here it is. Showed it to him, and I said, thank you for asking. And he stopped, looked back at me, and he goes, you're the first person that said thank you for asking. And I asked him, well, what's the reasoning behind that? He said that he's been having a driver come in, and he said that this driver says that he can see all of the orders in that area of all the people that are ordering, and he's been trying to steal other orders.
Ooh.
Yes, and I could probably get this guy, because I've befriended him, to an extent. Probably get him on a live interview as a restaurant worker. But he said that he went in the DoorDash tablet, and he has banned him from coming into his store. Well, not only is it just that store, there's about 8 of those stores around the Memphis area.
Oh, so all those stores is banned for them, huh?
Oh yeah. Once I don't know if people know this, but on the DoorDash app, if a restaurant has that app, the tablet, the main tablet, the tablet usually goes to one of the restaurants, and it is all dispatched out through the POS system of the restaurants and the other locations. So if that restaurant has the main tablet, that's where they can rate the drivers. That's where they can ban the drivers. That's where they can give them priority status. That restaurant that I went to, he said, yeah, he goes, if I want a certain driver to come pick up my food, I can put that in there, and that driver will only get these orders.
Yep, and we spoke about that with Lunchbox and Novadine. Yep, that is what is going on. They get, and this is where people don't understand the customer feedback, the Yelp reviews, and all of this other stuff. All of that stuff counts from a business, and they look into all of that to make sure, like, who can they really trust. They look at the customer, they look at the delivery person that is dropped off after, they look at all that stuff. So they are picking and choosing people, which is another reason why You know, you guys should be trying to get your stats up just a little bit more. You don't got to go all the way gung ho with it, but get your stats up there just a little bit more. It helps out a long way. It helps out, and I
And
don't know why you guys are saying the stats don't matter. That's why they have them.
And you know, there's a lot of restaurants. The restaurants I go into, I'm friendly.
Puts more money in your
I'm
pocket.
a friendly person. And educating these restaurants on how to retain good dashers, you have to explain some of this stuff, because DoorDash just gives them the tablet and says, here, you're going to have orders coming in. They don't explain how to work the thing. They don't explain the pros, the cons of it, and, you know, how to reprimand if a dasher goes into a restaurant and is completely rude to all the restaurant employees. You know, they don't know. So I educate.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. A good driver will educate. You know, that's what's missing in this thing. That's what's missing. Drivers that don't want to, you know, do that. It's a community, man. Sometimes we'll go to a place and they may have a new employee, and we know more than that employee. Assist that employee, help them on. Sometimes they don't even know how the transactions work with us. Sometimes we got to teach them what we got to do. You got to do that stuff. You got to do that stuff. So he said he was logging all the way out of the
just like
YouTube.
Go ahead, just like the situation.
You muted yourself, Rev. You muted yourself. There you go.
I thought I had turned the mic on. Yeah, I thought I had turned the mic on. I was saying, just like Walmart Spark, when you was talking about where they had the confusion about your delivery, and you was letting know. You remember that one?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. You educated how to be professional with it, and you was letting them know. You was trying to educate them. They was trying to say, because the manager, she said that she was upset. She got upset with you because she thought you was trying to make them look bad, which you wasn't.
She got so mad when I said the word transparency. That flipped them. Oh, that flipped them. Man, you should have saw the lights. It was boom. They got so mad. They did not understand, because they're normally used to saying that to other people, but they don't understand what I'm talking about comes down from you, lady. You are the head. That's your picture on the wall in this place. That's your picture. It starts with you in these meetings. If you are present from the meeting, it starts with you, and it trickles all the way down. Now, if you say the stuff and they don't do it, that means they don't respect your authority. So you got to fix that either way it goes. That's probably why she got so upset. Because all I said was it is ridiculous how there's no transparency here. That did it. What's that? Well, got a pizza bag.
Yeah, but that's what we're trying to show on the channel. We're trying to show viewers a different angle on how this business is ran and how we should do it. That's the thing. If you want to make this money, you can make this money by doing some of the most simplest things that we're telling you to do. Your ratings is important. Just like the situation I had about they threatened me to deactivate me. And we was going back and forth, and then he finally looked at my rate and said, you had a 5-star customer rate. Suppose I didn't have that rate, I would have had that email he was talking about 3 days later. So when you that's why I do the customer service thing. I put the disclaimer down there too, but I'm gonna do another disclaimer as well. When you are communicating with them, be on your best behavior. Be on your best behavior. I was upset, but I knew that I had to keep myself in check. I could have said one wrong word, and I could have been off of that platform.
Right.
You know, so going in there thinking that you can bark hard at folks and you think you're supposed to get your way with the people in the restaurant, what they'll do, they'll turn around and put you on a waiting list and give everybody an order except yours and put you at the back of the line. So we just need to be mindful of those things. That's all.
You gotta be all the way mindful. Oh, man. Okay, let me see. Alaska. Okay, bam. Set that there. Yep, that's what I want to send it to. He said to send this here to here. All right, Alaska. I'm gonna email it to you right now. I see what you're saying there. I'm on this now. Invited guest, copied. I'm gonna do it from my phone. I gotta leave it right back here. Alaska. Bam. There it is. Now let me just double check. It went to sent. It's in the sent folder. All right. And Kelly Caldwell, if you don't stop it, man, I'm replying, man, you gonna tell me today you didn't send me no email way before the interview. You sent this after the interview was an hour and 40 minutes in, Kelly Caldwell. Stop it, boys. Please stop it. Please stop it. If you're serious about later in the week, I'll do it. I'm gonna still let you get a chance to speak your mind. I still want to hear from your mouth. Alaska, it's sent to your email now. Rideshare Rodeo is going on live. I guess they're going to be talking about, because I just talked about the Gig 22. He's going to go talk about it. They're probably going to say some words about me on there. I should eavesdrop live to watch them talk about me. But Alaska, I sent it. You hear that, Rev? I should go eavesdrop and watch them live here on split screen to watch them talk about me.
They do it on you. So what's the difference?
They do it nonstop. Ghost. Look, man. They come at me. I don't know why they come at me like that, but they come at me, man. They come at me. And they don't even come at me with like, you gotta at least hurt me if you're gonna come at me. You gotta at least do some damage. They don't do no damage. Every time they do something, I upload like 50 more videos. That's the only thing they do. They turn me up a little bit. Did he get it now? Because I sent it, Alaskan. I sent it to the email now. You should have it now. I've never had this problem.
USPS will take about 6 days to get to them.
DoorDash Revolution. Did you see Rev, did you see the video I put up for the Sunfish King who went to go fish for catfish and he got a snapper turtle?
Yeah, I saw it. You know, I like to fish too, so I'm not good as him. But yeah, man, I saw it.
He caught a snapping turtle.
Yeah, we used to eat them back in the day when I was a little boy. Granddad, he used to fix them and fry them and all of that, and they made turtle soup and stuff. I had some once in my life, but it was back then. I wouldn't try it now, you know, but you never know about life, man. What you say you won't do, you wind up might be doing, you know. You know, especially if it comes to survival and all of that. But yeah, man, I enjoyed that. I really did. I enjoyed that. I really did.
I am doing it. Says all what, Alaska? It says all lowercase. Sorry. So that's what, okay. Okay. Let me make sure. Alaska Gigs, Gigs, Alaska Gigs 907. at gmail.com. Yeah, that's what I'm sending it to.
What's the temperature there, Reese?
Right now, it should be about and I didn't even right now it should be. I'm not outside right now. It's still probably like 92 right now.
I think it's 90 here from what I'm looking at. It's 90 here.
Yeah, but it gets crazy where I am. Like it can get to 113.
Yeah, my car says 91.
Okay.
I just sent it again, Alaska. I just sent it again. I don't know how you're not able to see the link in there. I've never seen this happen.
Hey, Rev.
Yeah, go ahead, go.
Yeah, number one person just saw me put 3 full extra large bags of burgers in the back of my car. His jaw dropped.
Ah, he mad.
That happens all the time. Well, this is Ghost right here, Reese, man. You might as well say he's the king in doing that because was that Sunday when you did seven in a row?
I had 7 large in a row. Made over $375 one day.
You said 375?
375, and I've got the facts to prove it.
Oh, wee! Y'all gig workers out there, content creators, talking about nothing like that. You're not talking about nothing like that. 375, 7 of them in a row. Ooh, wee!
7 of them in a row. I can back that up. 7 in a row. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's all about.
I was on my number 5 or number 4, and Rev's like, "No, you're going to get 7 today," and boom, it happened. Now I put some miles. Some of them were 10, 15 miles apart, different directions. I was all over Memphis, but they were just hitting me with them. It's about stats. It's about numbers. It's about your customer rating. It's about repeat customers.
Right.
How many repeat clientele that you could say that you have? I don't know, did he freeze up or not? He might have froze up.
I've got on the upwards of 2025 repeat clientele. And I know the repeats because they always send me a text after I deliver the food. Thank you, Aaron, for giving me my food.
Man.
See there, people. See there, people. Communication with your customer. Letting them know. I know somebody gonna say it's common knowledge. I know somebody gonna say it's common sense. But a lot of people don't use their common sense on these simple things, on making this extra money. You know, he's on a large order program. You see, he know how to get them, and he know how to work the algorithm. You know, so it works when you take pride in what you do. It goes back in you take pride in what you do. You know, and there'll be days that it's not good out here. You know, that's the reason why you have to be on other platforms. You know, I was on Deliver That earlier today, and yeah, I made $80 on it.
I'm on my number.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No,
I'm on my number 3 large order in 45 minutes.
See there? See there? He know where to go. And by having them numbers, you know, by having them numbers.
Look, Cruising Dasher says, I have one restaurant that has you scan the barcode on the receipt with the driver's phone. I had this idea a long time ago that will eliminate driver fraud.
That's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea.
Yeah, because because you got to get the receipt from out that register to. But will it really stop driver fraud? Because sometimes you get an order and you go to a place and they say a driver's already picked it up, knowing that driver know that I'm not supposed to be picking it up. They canceled it and still kept the food. You know what I mean? They canceled it and still want to go pick it up. So that comes down to whoever's working at that restaurant, because most drivers will take a screenshot. They'll take a screenshot of that to keep it up. They'll have, you know what I mean? So,
Ref, talk about yours
Yeah, I know
today.
what you mean.
he said,
Yeah.
what is your call-in number?
Baby
Look,
Kids was in effect today.
he says, what's my call-in number? 951-595-8030. Now you can get that number right there, Gig. You can get that number. If you text me that number, I can text you the link so you'll have it. So you don't have to do a phone call. Because you can call that and I can put you on speakerphone, but I would rather have you face to face up here. Because I just don't see how you can't see the link.
Yeah, I was hoping that he would have got on the panel with us,
Yeah, he said he's trying to get in, but I just don't know how he's not seeing the link. When I'm looking at the page right now, and it's I got the link posted all up this thing. And I have it pinned to the top. Okay, bam. Here goes Alaska right here.
Bingo. Let me go and check this one out.
Paste that. Bam. Now I just sent him a text. He should get this instantly now.
Yeah.
That's the fastest ways I know right there. I hope he didn't actually block and stuff. So he should be coming in now. I didn't send it now. And that is the link. Yep. Because I just clicked the link from my phone for me to send the one to him. I clicked it and it brought me back. It brought me backstage on my phone. I just took it back off. So he should be able to get it there. And if not, I'll do it again. Let me see. I'll do it again. Come on, Alaska. Bam, there it is. Bam, there it is. There we go.
Did you get him?
There we go. Right up on here. Let me go ahead. How's it going? How's it going? Can you hear me?
Can you hear okay? It's lagging on my end.
Oh, I got you now. I got you. I can hear you.
Okay, cool. It's very laggy on my end.
Okay. So I got it. When I got off the other day, I had to come and do the interview. So, but I did, while I was getting set up, I did get a chance to see part of what you had there to say to Roy, and you wanted to get on yesterday. So I'm gonna give you the floor really quick. Go ahead. The floor is yours. The floor is yours. Is he muted? You're on mute. You're on mute. Unmute yourself.
It's unmuted now.
Okay, yeah, I can hear you now.
Good?
Yeah, yep. Did he see it? Yeah, you're all good. You're all good. You're all good. The floor is yours. You're all good. You're all good.
Okay, it's garb. I'm just gonna talk. Hopefully you can hear me. It's very very lagging. Okay, so you said something about we were on Roy's the other day. From there, hopefully I'm not screwing this up for you too much. So the other day Roy was having his thing, and it said his topic was why does everyone dislike Robert Reese. So I went in there and what I had basically said was um, was basically that we there's a chance that there may have been a miscommunication or maybe a misunderstanding on my end. It's possible. I've been wrong before many times. I mean, who knows? Can you still?
Oh, there it is. There's that reception he was talking about because he was good. He was good. He'll come back in. He'll come back in. He will come back in. He's got that link right there. Yeah, buddy. That, and that's the thing with us. See, that's what I want to know about Alaska too. The reception, damn. They got sunlight for 6 months. They got sunlight. Yeah, man. They're out there getting 4 months. Yeah, they're out there. They're out there getting it, man.
Yeah, no more.
Look out, digging in
He
here,
doing
boy.
good. That's what I'm talking. Yeah, we communicate like that, man. I'm trying to get ready. Text these
Yeah, you
folks.
got in your market, you guys better have some hand signals. Some you never know in your market who's doing what.
Yeah, it's very interesting here, man. You know,
Oh, there he
people
is. He's
think
back.
that.
I got you. I see you there.
Okay, sorry, it's lagging so bad. Did you hear anything that I said earlier?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so let's try this again. So we were on Roy's, and the topic was why do people dislike Robert Reese, something to that effect. So I went on there. I'm like, all right, let's have the discussion. And I said, well, it's very possible. So we had basically a spat. It's possible there was a misunderstanding. I don't know. So to give a little history on it, just to get straight to the point with me. So it's no, I mean, like a lot of people, Autumn is in need of a kidney. In the past, we've had a lot of people come to us like saying like, hey, we could help you with this, we could put this out there, and then they come at it like, I'm sorry, like this is like really hard to talk about. So, but they'll come at it with like with disingenuous motives, and so it often, like in the past, it's been, hey, we can put this out there for you, and then someone will be like, we could try to do a fundraiser, and they'll try to make money. So I think for me, like it was just kind of like this like defense mechanism just went up, and I maybe I was wrong. But at the time I was very very angry at the time, and that's why I responded the way I did. And when I did it, I really didn't want to do that. I felt bad about it. The truth is, I just, because that's not, I don't like having any drama with anybody, and we just don't live like that. So the truth was, when I did it truly didn't sit right with me. But at the same time, it's just like I said, I mean, like I was probably wrong for reacting the way I did, but that's the reason why I reacted the way I did. And like with Autumn, it's like we go, we travel 3 days a week to Anchorage, you know, to get her treatment, and it's just things are just so chaotic and stressful, and then like the littlest. I know that doesn't make a lot of sense, but
It makes a lot of sense. It makes a
so
lot of sense.
so I didn't mean for things to spin out of control like that. I said things that I can't believe I said, that I wish I had not said. Um, and the whole thing just spun completely out of control. And when we decided to do the YouTube thing, I was like, let's just share Alaska. Let's share what gig work is like. But I remember saying the last thing I want to do is have any kind of spat with anybody, because I've seen the drama, and then it happened, and I'm like, well, here we go, you know. And it didn't sit right with me for a very, very long time, and that's the truth. So so the video that I made, I do apologize for that, and I did since take it down because it just I don't like it. The truth is, I would not want someone to do that to me. I know other people are doing that to other people, and I just went into this weird like this defense mechanism mode over it, and so it was probably unfair to. Well, it wasn't probably, it was unfair to, you know, project that your direction, but you know, that's what's happened to us in the past involving that. So that's what happened.
Look, no hard feelings whatsoever. I completely understand. You know, sometimes things happen, and you guys were trying to not have this get out there. You know, it's a touchy subject. And then I understand, you know, with that whole ride share group, you don't have to comment on this at all. But I know they talk and they do these things, and it puts a false front out there on who I really am. That's why my channel is here to show people I have different aspects of life that I talk about, and it kind of blocked that out. And during your situation right there, you know, it was, you're blocked out, you're kind of angry, and then that will make you, you know, go and do that. But I'm glad time did come in between, and you were able to go ahead and check out some things. You know, you said I've checked out some of his things, and he's pretty conservative with the views and all of that. What made, you know, when did you, I want to know, and I accept everything. I accept everything right now. When did you want to go and see some of the views I have about other things?
I'm sorry. When do I want to when did I figure
Yeah,
that out? Is that
when did you figure out, I have some conservative issues, I speak about other things. When did you start to see all that other stuff?
well, I've always kind of known that in the background. Like I would see it here and there. I mean, there's little things I can't remember like exact specifics, but there's little things you say, and I believe like beyond the BS, we probably agree on more things than disagree. You know,
Right.
although I will say that I'll put it out there. I can't take a $3 order, okay? Because like, and I'm not knocking anything. I'm just saying we don't have a Prop 22 in Alaska. You know, when it's 30 below zero, it's dark, and we often have to go long distances. You know, at 5 something a gallon, like I personally can't do it. But I have always said that there we need to understand why people do it. There's people that are desperate. There's people that are scared. Inflation is crushing people. Um, some people don't have a choice. They have to be top dasher or they can't dash at all. I've talked to people out in the field. They've said, "Man, I'm just trying to make $50 to keep the power on," you know, and it's like, um, all right, hold on, sorry, but like I've literally have like scrounged to put like $20 together just to get Autumn like the treatment.
One thing I'll let you know is this: when I am doing my content, when people see me doing an order, every market is different. Now let's take Proposition 22 out of this. It's only been here for 2 years. Before Proposition 22, I'm telling you guys, I am doing the exact same thing. Now, I can do that because of where I live. It's populated more. It's not like Alaska. So I have more opportunities, to get to these homes. And I understand that where I live it's more populated. So, someone can live closer and it doesn't mean that it's not going to be a good order. So I just like to show that during my videos, like, hey, in my market, I can take these, but when I'm taking these, I'm trying to teach people that if you just add some of this customer service on top of the orders that you are already accepting, not the ones that you are declining, you could make more on those orders. No one's really looking at that part at all, as just take that part out and just apply some of it. I'm not out there bashing people and saying, you guys stink or it's trash and all of this other stuff. I'm not doing any of that stuff there. People want me to do that. That's the thing. They want me to get up here and say, well, you suck. You're not good. You're a bozo. They want me to do all of those things. I don't do those things. When you hear me clap back, it's after someone has, and I've let it go. So then I clap back. But all I'm trying to do is like it says in my description. It says this channel is here to teach you all of the different types of delivery requests you may receive as a driver. It says that in writing, whether it be, picking and choosing your order, going and taking this order. I give an example of all the orders. I'm just a person that literally, my stats say that I take 96 to 100% of my orders. So since I'm able to do that, I have more that I can teach someone, you know what I mean? And I'm just trying to give people bits and pieces off of, like, man, you know what? I don't do that as much as customer service. I don't really pay attention. Some people don't look at the people that they're delivering to. They don't pay attention to their home. Like, if they'll see a handicap wrap, they might think it's one of those CNA homes. They're not going to think that someone in there may be handicapped. They don't understand there's different things that you can bring up when you're socializing with someone that can actually change something. So that's all I do. Some people think that he's doing too much. That's the biggest misconception that people have about me. I'm not trying to do anything. I just do it. This is who I am. Some people think it's fake because they don't see people like this. Well, maybe I'm outside the box. You got to look outside the box. And a lot of these people in these groups, they don't like me only because of the $3 order. They see me flip so many of those into double digits and higher numbers that they throw those out and always say, well, that's rare. It doesn't matter if it's rare. You got to understand, if it happens, it happens. And that means more people out there think like that. I don't want everyone to go steal and take what I do, but just take one or two pieces of the book and try to apply it. That's all you got to do. And when people normally come to watch my other stuff, they kind of seem to realize that, and that's what you did, which is why you didn't see me go at you like how I go at Cannibal and Pedro and all those things. I understood that there was something else there, and that's why I said I'm not going to say anything after this. And that's what it was. I understood inside. Now, if I would not have understood, I would have went at you the same way I go at Pedro and all of them. I go at those dudes hard in the paint because they've been coming at me since I had 30 subscribers. Not 300, not 500. They've been coming at me since I had 30 subscribers. 30. So you can imagine, like my defensive system was also up because I was like, man, now they got somebody else coming in here to try to get at me, man. But then I did realize, when I saw your video, I said, you know what? He's thinking I disrespected his wife. He's not even going over none of this other stuff. I was quickly able to separate all of that really quick. I was easy to. That was easy. So, You got some time. And Roy did that at the perfect time. I didn't tell Roy to do any of that. Roy did that. Roy did that on his own, man. Roy did that all on his own, and he did his thing, and I appreciate that. I know he just hopped on off, but I appreciate Roy doing that because it actually worked out and came at the perfect time for you. So, man, I'm sorry if I offended you. If I accidentally offended you, I take full responsibility for my part in that, to triggering you. I can say that, and I accept everything. You coming on here and you showed some real emotion right there. I know you signed on off, but you'll be able to hear this. But I appreciate all of that. It takes a real one to come up here and do that. That's why I gave you a blue wrench also on my channel. So, yes. What you got to say about that, Bill? How was that?
It took a lot of courage, man. He was in pain too, man. So I'm gonna reach out to him later on myself, man. By what I do. I kind of felt him here. And I'm gonna reach out to him and everything. This is what we got to do in the community, ladies and gentlemen. We have to iron out the wrinkles in the garment, and we have to straighten things out. It's easy to blow up off a challenge, and have these battles and everything. But I'm gonna reach out to you, Alaska. I'm gonna talk to you, man. I'm gonna subscribe to your channel, and I'm gonna reach out to you. I want to talk to you about some things, if that's okay with you. It's all positive. It's all encouragement. And I just admire your strength right now. I admire your strength, brother, and I just thank you for being on the panel today, man. And sharing that experience that you going through and the pain that you feel, man. And with me, man, I'm gonna be able to try to stay in touch with your brother. And sometimes you need someone to talk to, man, that and not criticize all the time, and give them encouraging words, man, because you need them right now. We all go through hard times, man. When we build a community that we can come together and help build one another, man, with words, encouraging deeds, and all of that. You said something about a kidney, right?
Yeah, he says.
I don't know if he heard me or not.
Yeah, he said. Go ahead.
It's lagging so bad. It's like
what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna reach out to him later.
All right, let me write a comment. Let me tell him. You know what, people? We're gonna end this one. We're gonna end this one because I'm getting kind of emotional right now. I ain't even gonna lie. Alaska, we will. I'm gonna tell him to hop on tomorrow. Hop on tomorrow for sure. He's got me kind of. I'm not gonna lie, people. I'm emotional right now because you guys don't understand what it takes for someone to he went into a deep place, people, and it took me there. I'm getting a little bit too emotional right now. So what I'm going to say, we're going to end this one. We're going to end this one on a really, really good one. Thank you for coming in, Alaska. Thank you for coming in. I'm going to give us one of these now. Yeah. Thank you for coming in. It just touched me right now. We're gonna pick back up with Hot Facts tomorrow. We'll have Alaska in on a better signal. And yeah, people, this is what it's all about. You saw two grown men come and iron things out. If you can't do that as a grown man, I don't know what can you do. Stop talking, be about something, be positive. I'm out.